big, pink, and beautiful.
Small talk.
Welcome everybody to episode 55, right? 55?
55, yeah.
Of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. As always, I'm your host Dylan. Joining me, I got Sean, Money Mendez.
What's up?
And good Knoll, Sweet Danny Lee.
Jumbo, baby.
All right, we got an absolute loaded show, so we're gonna we'll quickly run through new things we got. I just don't want to short what we got on the show sheet, because we got like I said, a pretty good thing to catch up. Let's kind of see who we got in the chat. As always, Toy Mafia, he's coming in second. We got Tukathri. You guys call him Tuk, right?
Yeah. Tukathri. Yeah.
Tukathri beat Toy Mafia for once. That doesn't happen every day.
You hate to see it.
Got Alvin J, Benjamin, Loco, Ekwan, Irwin, Mark, Beautiful Pearson. Awesome.
Fatal
All
four-way,
right.
huh, Mark? Jump in and make it the
Fatal
five-way,
four-
Mark.
Yeah,
Fatal
jump in, Mark.
four-way. Yeah, someone want to drop
If you're
him the
not too
links.
hammered at this time of night, you know.
Someone drop him the link if he wants to, because
I'll do it.
I would, but you can hear my typing from Egypt.
You can see me typing.
That's true. Okay, so new things we got. I actually don't think I got anything new. Anything exciting anyways. I have stuff from Mezco on the way, but I don't think it's anything crazy. I think it's just some accessory. Oh yeah, I think it's the Mosquatch or something. So I'll check that out.
Wow. The black one or the green one?
I don't know, honestly, which one.
Wow.
My waitlist converted for the green one. I don't know if that's what shipped out or the black one. I haven't checked. I just got a email notification, but I didn't get anything new. So Sean, I know you did. I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, I got quite a bit new. So the first stuff I got new was Icarus, Marvel Legend.
Nice. That's which brother from Game of Thrones is that? Fuck.
I don't know.
That's what's his name?
The
The oldest. Rick.
Yeah, the oldest one.
And
Which
then
one?
I got Cersei.
Is it Rick?
Maybe. It could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those
I
head
just
sculpts
rewatched
are
it,
really
too.
good, dude.
Yeah, they look really nice.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
And then I finally found Kingo.
Oh, I fucking love him. I think I'm most excited for, I hope I say his name right, Camille Nanjiani. I'm most excited for his character in the show just because I loved him in Stuber, and I'm so interested to see, like, this is a complete, like, as John would say, 360 for his character, you know,
Wow.
acting-wise.
That's dumb.
So, those are, you know, Sean, those are pretty cool, dude. I don't know how, I think you're like one of the only people I know that can buy the figures before the movie comes out. Like, you do that a lot. And
Yeah.
everybody else is like, well, I'm going to wait to see what's going on here, so.
Well, it's smart.
A lot of the
Yeah.
influence that I have is like from the comics. So like if I can get it, I want to get it, you know. And I think the Eternals is I think it's a good set. I know like in some WalMarts it's hitting clearance, others they're full price and stuff, and then you know Targets and other places like that, you know, kind of hard to find sometimes. But I think these could be used in a comic collection or an MCU collection. So
Yeah.
the other one I got was Ajax, the
Yeah,
leader
sick.
of the Eternals.
Salma Hayek's
Oh.
character?
Yep. The only thing I don't like about her is that her neck just seems really long.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, you could see that.
Like,
You got to, like,
Yeah.
angle it.
She's kind of
Push it.
leaning over a little bit.
Well, can you push her head back
Gee.
a little bit? Seems like you got her going out, like, no, I mean, like,
Like
Oh.
forward.
back. Yeah. I guess it is just the neck then.
Just
Yeah.
Wow.
get that
Can
big
you
old-
get in? I don't know. Zach's the guy that does these things, but I would just try to shave down the
Yeah,
peg or something.
I had thought
Dremel.
about that.
Yeah.
I do have some of the accessories still in the box though for Kingo,
Mm.
and there's the Gilgamesh right here. The
Oh
arm.
yeah.
And then
You have them all now, right?
no, I don't.
Oh, I thought you
I was
had
kind of hoping
Yeah.
to pick some of them up on clearance. There's the for
the second head.
yeah.
That's the head I would
And
use.
she was a Walmart exclusive, so so she doesn't have a Build-A-Figure. And then Icarus also doesn't have a Build-A-Figure, but we had a PulseCon, right? And I got some of my order in from stuff that came back into stock. So I got
Nice.
the Mighty Morphin Cogs,
Nice.
which
Hell
are
yes.
basically the putties of the Machine Empire. And they have a ton of accessories. So I'll show those real quick.
A lot of people in the chat are saying they got some stuff from the con too.
Whoop.
Brenton said his animated Venom shipped today.
You son of a bitch.
I know.
I'm
I think
still
mine
waiting on
charged, but it didn't ship.
Yeah,
those
mine
things come
charged
with
too.
A ton of accessories, Sean.
Yeah, it's really nice. You know,
Who makes that?
Hasbro.
Oh, okay.
Equan says, "Did you guys see how Selma Hayek ripped her figure apart on the Tonight Show?" I did. With Camille
No, I
Nanjiani was
didn't.
on there too, and
She
was
didn't like it, right?
Yeah, the likeness. She's like, "This doesn't look like me. Like, do I look like this?"
I would agree. I would
It kind of
agree.
doesn't.
Look, and even like, I mean, she has her crown on here, but I don't really think it looks like her.
God bless you, Sean. Your camera's not doing anything to show us how that looks. But
Yeah. You're trying. And
But,
what's that, Sean? Remember,
this
talk
is-
to audios.
that's
This
on me.
is the Tanga warrior, which is basically Lord Zed's, I guess henchman. They plant like egg bombs and they hatch or something like that. I guess that's the best I could explain it. But they came with a lot of different sets of the wings. So there's some smaller versions of the wings, and then they come with the egg.
Oh, shit.
I may have just been a fan of the
Couple
movie when I
hands.
was a kid because I do not remember most of these characters.
This kind of happened after like Zed got really pissed off at Rita, and he's just like, "Listen, I'll get it done." So he summoned the Skippy's here.
Oh, what's up, boys?
Oh, look at
Oh,
him.
damn.
I called it. Look at
It's
that
already
big ass
started.
glass of.
Oh, but,
Looks like just straight grenadine.
Yeah, it does. Kind of
Dude,
does.
he's already 2 shades pink
It's,
right now.
it's, it's
He's a
fruit
little
punch,
strong.
you know?
I had a rough week, man.
Eddie, what'd you get for new stuff?
I'm gonna try and reach him without having to stand up because I gotta be honest, I'm not wearing pants.
Unbelievable.
Dude, I jumped
what
on
is-
the show. I was late. Okay.
What is that? What's
Don't
that thing
fucking-
Zach always says from Deadpool 2? He's shirt cocking it.
Wow.
Oh, it's exactly what I'm doing. I mean, I have briefs on, but anyway, for the people watching, I've got 2 of the figures after seeing Dune. I got 2 of the figures from the movie. I got Paul Atreides. Very good looking figure. My camera's being like Sean's. It's not gonna show off the details and stuff. But oh, there you go.
There you go.
So-
There you go.
Pretty good likeness. You can move
Yeah.
up and down the masks here. They don't. You
Okay.
can take them off, but they have them in this outfit, so I wouldn't take them off. But the figures look really good, painted really well, weathered very well. I got Paul there, and then I got the other character from the show that I really liked, which is Duncan Idaho, which is Jason Momoa's character. I got him in this pose that they do during the movie. If you guys saw the movie, they kind of do this little pose with their swords before they fight. But this one also has a pretty good likeness to Jason Momoa, if my camera
Okay.
would.
Yeah, the protos didn't do him any favors when they showed, because this is McFarlane, right?
Yeah, these are both Mcfarlane. And so what happened was after I saw the show, I immediately wanted Duncan and Paul because they were my favorite characters. And so GameStop had them on sale, so I got them for $20 instead of $25 or $24.99. So I thought that was a good deal, and I'm like telling Zach, like, and he's like, check Amazon because Amazon usually has better deals. And I was like, yeah, I checked, and it's cheaper on GameStop. The next day, they all went on Amazon for $15. I was like, son of a bitch. So I ended up getting Lady Jessica, which is Paul's mom in the movie. And then Stilgar, the other character, was sold out, so I'm still waiting on him to come back in stock, or I'll get him on GameStop because he's on sale for $20. And if you get all those characters, you get the Build-A-Figure to build
Yeah, it's
forgot
funny you
his
say that
name.
because
Rabin?
I
Go ahead, Mark. The
Or the
Batista
Baron?
character. No,
Oh,
the Baron. They have the Baron too. It's a statue, but he doesn't come with any of the Build-A-Figure pieces. If you get all the other ones, you get the pieces
Yeah.
to build Batista's character.
But I saw Paul Atreides at Target. But unless I can get Lady Jessica, I'm not gonna buy them. I didn't realize. I didn't even think to go on Amazon.
Look on Amazon. I don't.
Yeah.
They did sell out quick when they went for 15. I know Stilgar's still sold out. So
They didn't have her doing too much in the movie, but in the book, she's pretty much just as much as the main character as Paul is.
she.
You know what I mean?
I mean, she doesn't physically do a lot, but you can tell her character is important in the movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you read the book?
No, I didn't know anything. In fact, I was
check it out.
kind of nauseated at how much Zach was talking about this damn movie. I was like, it's like whatever, dude. Like
Nauseated.
He kept bringing it up. He wanted to do fucking a
Like
whole
Merlin?
trip for everybody, and oh yeah, dude, yeah. But anyway, it ended up being pretty good. And then really quick, sorry, Dylan, I got 3 more Mcfarlane figures. I got the Princess Bride stuff. I've stumbled across them at Target. I didn't get Fezzik, but I got Buttercup, which is cool. And then I got obviously the Dread Pirate Roberts, which is also pretty cool. And
You
then
think
I got,
overall worth the money for the Dune and those ones?
So, really quick, I wanted to ask you guys this, and I don't want it to go into a whole thing, but I really love the paint and the sculpt of the Mcfarlane figures. I think they look really good, especially because he doesn't do photo printing likeness.
Yeah.
So, for being a sculpt and paint, like, they look really good. The Inigo looks really fucking good. If it'll focus, I don't know if it will, but yeah, it looks really good. So I like that about it, but the articulation is terrible. I absolutely hate the ankles on a Mcfarlane figure.
Yeah, I mean that goes back to the '90s.
Right.
They've always been more of almost like a statue, museum ghost type figures.
The mixed media on the Buttercup looks really good. The dress drapes really well and everything. So it depends, which is the question I wanted to ask you guys just really quick. If the paint and sculpt is really good, but it's a figure, do you still get it? Considering the appeal to a figure is the articulation, but that's what I don't like about them. So paint and sculpt, you care more on a statue or like a power posed figure. So it makes me think like, why get Mcfarlane?
I think it's from my childhood, the whole posing thing. It's the same thing with the Transformers being transformable. I maybe once every couple years I'll transform them. I just like the idea of knowing I can, even with the figures, I like the idea that I can articulate them even though I can't pose worth a damn. And I always just have them holding as much weapons as possible, standing still. So,
yeah,
to me, as long as a figure looks good on the shelf, that's always my biggest.
They do that really well.
Yeah, and that's why I like Mcfarlane.
Yeah, like you said, Eddie, I think they maxed out the actual like paint instead of the printing of the face.
Yeah.
I think they've like essentially done as good as you can ever get with that, which is fine. Like you said, that's not the issue. But yeah, that's like Mark said, that's the shitty thing is their articulation. A lot of their DC ones I've had good luck with. Like I like the animated series Batman, even though it's pretty accurate to the animated series, so it doesn't stand the best on his own. But yeah, I can see that kind of.
And if you have the Harley Quinn from the animated series, that one's got like crazy good articulation. So I kind of wish they would maybe try that out a little bit more.
Yeah.
At least think about it a little bit.
Danny, what did you get? Oh, sorry.
yeah.
I'm just gonna show this. You can go ahead, Danny. I'm just gonna show this
No,
for
go
the
ahead.
viewers. See if I can get it to focus on his likeness.
What's
put your hand-
what head sculpt is that?
There we go.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa's. Yeah.
So I don't remember the Aquaman figure. I know people said it was bad, but this one's not terrible for it just being paint and sculpt and no likeness, no photo real or whatever. It's pretty good.
I actually just saw that Aquaman earlier at my Walmart. I just didn't like the character. I love like Aquaman, but I didn't like the design.
He's got thick brows and a beard, and that's all you really need to cover.
I think as long as he has that scar on the eyebrow, it's like, oh, that's
You know
Jason
who it
Momoa.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Danny, what do you got for us? I know you were telling me you got some stuff.
Dude, I actually got some 112. So I bought some of the wrestling figures that I used to be into. So you got Kane. And this is the Ultimate Edition. So these are new to me.
Yeah, Ultimate
So-
Elite. I think those are very, very new. I saw The Rock
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and The Rock looks
So I
really
think the
good.
difference is,
They have
Like-
a Bret Hart, too, that looks pretty good.
They give extra heads.
like, you
Give me
got
that
extra
ketchup
articulation on the waist. I think the Elites have just the crunch, the ab crunch.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's kind of like a swivel. So you can do like a 360,
good
I
one.
guess.
Yeah,
has
the
the
old ones have
diaphragm,
like
yeah.
that crappy Marvel Legends
Yeah.
ab crunch. That's the much
And
better
there's more
torso
more
crunch.
accessories, I
Torso
guess.
twist.
Cool, dude.
Can I
Um,
grab the Rock too?
so who makes those,
Oh, dope.
Danny?
This is Mattel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I like The Rock.
Okay.
And it's really, really good for Mattel because Mattel are usually
Are those-
Yeah, I went on
and-
pet
and-
sculpts.
Those are 112, you said? They're not 7-inch? Okay.
Well, maybe they're
They're like 6.
they
and
might be a
inches.
hybrid. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
they're like a 6 to 7 inch.
Okay.
Then I got like a Kevin Nash.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Like I got into like I haven't collected this stuff in like I felt like 5 years. And all of a sudden like I started searching and all these characters I kind of want.
Well, they
I only
actually
know-
started getting good recently.
I
And
only
it's like
know-
the characters that I grew up with. So you got Buddhist Beefcake. I bought a lot.
Wow, you went.
Great
Oh, you did?
Valentine.
Oh, nice.
Jeez.
I didn't even know they made
Yeah.
a Valentine.
So where did you get this wild hair up your ass?
Wow, Jesus. What kind of
Then you got the
expression?
Warlord.
That was like Mark's throwing spaghetti at the wall. Jesus.
And then like my two favorite guys. It's like Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man.
Oh, cool.
So
Wow, you
no,
did
I guess
load
like
up.
I kind of just ran out of like like there wasn't any hot toys I've been into or
Yeah,
like statues. I'm just waiting for my pre-orders to come in.
yeah.
So I think I was just like there hasn't been any comics that I wanted either. So like I was just kind of getting itchy. And I needed something to buy and then like
Yeah.
this kind of fell I saw the ads for the King and I started looking more and I was like, "Oh shit, there's like a bunch of these other characters that I kind of wanted."
Tobar asked, anyone got the Mezco Constantine yet? It was supposed to drop this month. I think it actually got pushed out to January to March, so Q1 of 2022, sorry to say. On their website, they went through and updated a bunch of their release dates, so check that out. But sorry to say, I haven't heard anyone getting it in, I don't think. But very cool pickup, Danny. It's a I guess what made you want to go after that rather than like a Legends or getting into something in Legends or Black Series?
Well,
or
Legends I kind of left because of statues.
something? Oh, sure.
So I
that's
figured
right.
like statues was more of like I felt like the ultimate comic like representation, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I still get peaked. Like I want to get that Sinister that they just showed,
Oh,
Yeah.
the Wolverine. Like
the cool
I'm
box.
kind of tempted, but I'm trying to stay away.
Oh, you didn't get the
I'll show
VHS
you.
ones?
Nah, not yet. But I'm close. I'm really
Yeah.
close to ordering.
They're pretty cool. Mark, you get anything
Yeah,
since last
actually,
show?
yeah. Danny knows what I got because I bought them from him.
Oh,
And
wow.
he held it for me for a long time, but I got the Ahsoka from
Oh, nice,
Disney.
dude.
Oh, shit.
Lightsabers?
He tried selling that to me.
Nice,
Danny, you're supposed to hold that for me for like a year.
dude. He held it
Jesus.
for me for like 2 months.
Dude, Mark was faster with the
Oh,
PayPal
yeah.
ready.
Yeah,
Paid
you
that
take-
already.
I wasn't PayPal ready. That took forever. And Danny, he also he gifted me because he's such a freaking sweetheart. A couple of Toy Biz Lord of the Rings figures. So he got me like the Oven Warrior, which is cool because he comes with I think it's like 6 arrows, a bow, 2 long daggers, comes with a shield. So really, you could make all 3 separate Oven Warriors. Toy Biz used to do
cool.
some cool stuff. They got
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got like
the
action
Elven
figure
Warrior
too.
is pretty stacked for
Yeah.
Toy Biz.
He's got the whacking off
Yeah,
motion.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then he also got me a
leg.
Legolas, and now this is the Diamond Select version one, and I had talked about this before. They sculpted for the daggers in the back here, but this is actually the dagger for the Toy Biz one that Danny just got me, but they fit in there absolutely perfectly. And I was literally talking to a guy about maybe molding and sculpting one. So it's perfect that this worked out. So now I feel like I have a complete figure.
Yeah.
So, dude, I was ecstatic about it.
Sweet.
I took this into the bathroom with me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I washed my hands.
Jesus. Absolute Irwin said, "Put cream on where there's an itch, Danny."
Yeah. But man, now this is finally a complete figure. So, dude, I'm so excited about this, man.
Dude, I'm itchy all the time.
Yeah, put lotion on it, Danny. Lotion's good for more than one thing.
I think this one's for you, Dylan.
It's Dagger. Sorry. What up, Bob Dylan?
Dagger. You said Dagger.
Dagger. Yeah, that's
a nice daggers.
Tag, bag, yag.
Wow. Keg? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm done.
keg.
And that, I mean,
Okay.
that was pretty much it just for this week.
So we can finally kind of kick off into the news here. Let's see. All right, so starting off with Mezco, we didn't have a ton, but this was a pretty cool tease that they did. Mezco Monsters Tower of Terror Deluxe Box Set. So this is $95. You get 5 figures and then 2 pieces of kind of a display set. So there, or I guess the one big one, right? Because it's in both sides of it here. It looks really good. There's a ton of little kind of cardboard / paper accessories. Again, this is their 5-point line. Sorry, I don't think I said that. So it's just 3 3/4 inch scale, and then there's the 5 figures. So it's their reiterations of a lot of like the Swamp Thing, Dracula, Wolf.
The Universal.
Yep, the Universal monsters. They call it Mezco's monsters. So it's like their own take on them, like Frankenstein's monster, the Mummy. And a lot of people are really excited. They like the look of these overall. So a lot of people are kind of hoping that they translate this to 1/12 scale. Because they could blow that out of the park from what they've been doing, I think. And even this looks really good. $95. Gonna ship May 2022. And then they also released, I love when companies get festive, especially like with Halloween and stuff. That's fun. But they did a Halloween 2, the 1981 film version of Michael Myers, $85, and going to ship July to September 2022. So this is the one we've had teased. He's got the 3 head sculpts, kind of the regular mask that you know him as, and then the one with blood coming out of the eyes, and then the tan haired one. I gotta rewatch this movie. I don't remember like any of these accessories. Do you
The
guys?
tan one looks like a Halloween costume one or something.
It makes me
Like a
think of
knockoff.
Yeah.
Dude, when did the tan one?
Mitchell Myers.
No, it makes me think NSYNC or Backstreet Boys.
Dude,
What
makes
did
me
you
think
ask?
They
What did
went
you
Dragon
ask?
Ball. Like, I never even seen that tan-haired one before.
No, that's
I don't.
Like, which movie was that?
It's supposed. This is all supposed to be from Halloween 2.
Oh,
so,
2. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch it. He comes with 11 interchangeable hands, including one holding. Is that a little pen or something? Something stabby, and then a butcher's knife, hammer,
Maybe a nice
and then 2 jack-o'-lanterns that have light up functions. So you kind of get a lot here actually for the $85. Some good weathering.
It's a knife for
I
carving
haven't-
the pumpkin.
I haven't heard what Manny or any of the big Michael Myers fans have said about him, but I think it looks really good. And like I said, $85. It's doable, I would say.
Reloading says the blonde hair mask is a civilian named Ben
Oh,
Kramer,
yeah.
also dressed like Myers and chased by the cops.
It's a fake. It's a wannabe fake guy.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
watched that one in a long time. He was a copy. He was a wannabe
It's a
copycat.
dupe.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh my god, I got the fly in here again. John, you live?
Yes, sorry.
He's
Just
zoning.
working on one more thing for the show.
All right.
This Huntress figure looks pretty good.
Yeah, so moving on to Mafex. So their two releases this.
Okay, sorry,
week's
I'm
show.
here. I got you.
Okay.
For Mafex, we got the Batman Hush Mafex number 170. The Huntress for $104.99 for Q3 release. I haven't read Hush, so I don't know much about her. Can anybody else speak to her?
No, this looks exactly like how she looked like in the series.
They've done a really good job with these
Yeah.
characters. It seems like from
Maybe the
Hush
shorts could be a
line.
little shorter.
I mean, is that how it's supposed to be, or is that just how Danny wants?
No, I think
No,
they look a little long on this.
Yeah, she was almost half cheeks out, but I think it just depends on what panel you're reading. Also, you know what I mean?
That could be true. Danny, what's the backstory of her? I haven't read Hush all the way through yet. I've started it.
For Hush, she was only like a minor character in Hush, but her main
Huntress was.
yeah, she was
Oh,
only.
okay.
I think she barely was in it, from what I remember. But she's her name is Helena Berticelli, I think. She's like the daughter of a mafia guy. So that's her
Yeah.
background.
And didn't I just know her from Birds of Prey, and in her background in the movie, it's like she's the daughter of a big crime family. Her dad's like the head mob guy or whatever, and then her family gets murdered or something. And
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Someone
Yeah, she
I
goes
don't-
after the
Yeah, and she
the
goes
mafia
after-
family that
Yeah.
killed her
I think it's
family.
the
That's how she
Falcons?
becomes. Yeah, and that's how she becomes Huntress, I guess, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Falcone or whatever, the one from from Gotham, the Gotham family.
Does her and Batman ever bump uglies?
I think Batman did not
Gotcha.
approve of her at first, and then slowly. No, but Nightwing did.
Oh yeah, he did.
I think Nightwing banged her.
I'm trying to remember.
Dude, Nightwing. Okay, I
Nightwing
didn't read
banged
the
everybody.
comics.
Now that I'm thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
You come.
He
I was like, I didn't read the comics, but in what the fuck is the show I'm watching?
he's
right
really
now?
the only Robin that got it on.
Yeah,
and he got
Nightwing
it
gets-
on with all of them.
Nightwing
Yeah.
got it with almost
Cause
with a lot of
he got it
characters.
with Batgirl,
Female characters.
he got it with Harley
Batgirl.
Quinn, Huntress,
Batgirl or
Dawn.
Barbara Gordon.
Barbara Gordon,
This is why you come to small talk for the
Starfire.
facts.
Starfire. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Starfire.
That's probably his biggest scare. I
his
think.
biggest. Yeah, he actually dated Starfire. He just kind of bumped uglies with most of the other ones.
Didn't you do it with Wonder Girl or whatever?
Yeah,
too?
well, yeah.
I think that's more
no,
the show.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't.
I'm going off the show,
Stargirl.
so.
I think wasn't.
All right. Irwin says Mafex really nails the comic versions of characters, the Spidey, Venom, Carnage, straight out of the 90s. Yeah, they're doing a really good job, really, with all of them. And their QC issues have gotten better, so they're starting to finally warrant that, 90
point.
plus, price point. It's still expensive, but they
They don't break like
their
they
way
used
up.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Doc, thanks for joining us, and I think we had someone else hop in. Joe, what up, Joe?
Isn't Donna Troy? Isn't that Wonder Girl?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Wonder Girl.
Okay, so he did get it on with Wonder Girl then.
Titans.
So
that's the name of the
Yeah.
fucking show. I don't know.
I think
why
it's
lost
easy to
that
say
name.
who he didn't get it on.
Yeah, who
with.
didn't get it on with?
So the next Mafex that's due to release is the Avengers Infinity War number 168 Loki for $140.99 for Q3 2022 as well. I don't really know how I feel about this Loki. I think it'll be good for somebody who really enjoys like Infinity War and who wants to complete the collection. But I think there's going to be better versions of Loki coming out than this particular one. So I feel like it's a little bit late, especially after how many movies have passed. But Loki's been hot lately, so I wouldn't be surprised if he sells pretty well.
It seems Mafex hasn't done a Loki yet, right? So it seems kind of weird to do the version of Loki from a movie that he wasn't in. Essentially, he was in for like 5 minutes,
Right.
and then like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I guess he comes with the same accessories and outfit from Ragnarok. So
That's right.
pretty much a Ragnarok
Yeah,
Loki,
so,
but
so he comes with two sets of two sets of knives, four blades total, and it comes with the Tesseract. Even that didn't even have a very like long life in Infinity War, you know. So I don't know. I just feel like it's ill-timed. I think there's too many other things they could be doing with Loki right now.
Yeah,
So
plus
what-
it's not part of a wave either. You know what I mean? It's just literally a one-off. You know?
What
Right.
version of Loki do you want, Sean?
it's kind of part of a wave. Mark, they did
kinda.
Cap from Infinity War. They did Thor from Infinity
Oh, in
War.
this wave?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
Oh.
not really a wave. That's
just the
kind of-
line that they're working on. Yeah.
right? Yeah,
But you know what I mean though. Like, if you're gonna have a character like this, where it's kind of like an off the side character, it should be in a wave with a main. You know, this should come with like a, you know, with a wave with
Sylvie.
Thanos, or something. You know, or like even a Sylvie or something like that.
We don't need a Sylvie.
Because nobody.
How dare you?
Because to me, I literally have the sculpt on the head looks really good, but I have zero interest in in getting this at all. I have no. It has no
Yeah.
no collectability for me personally.
that's kind of what Mafex does. They really don't. It's kind of similar to Hot Toys has gotten better, but they've never really been able to time their releases that makes any sort of sense. Like they're still coming out with Infinity War stuff, and I think they have quite a bit more. They have Infinity War Thor. They have I think Cap and I think Iron Man. They might even have more than that. They've done like
They had a Captain
sneak-
Marvel from Endgame.
Yeah, well, yeah, right, yeah. They've had a sneaky amount of good amount of figures, but from the movie, it just like you guys said, it just seems like odd timing. I don't know. I really like this look a lot. I like this look more than any of his looks in the actual TV show. So I really like it. I'm not gonna get it. I would represent him a different way, and I would say head sculpt is what you really want to look for on Mafex if that's important to you, because that can be hit or miss. They do it well with the comics series. Not a whole lot to mess up there. But I would say their movie ones, they can kind of... It's a tough go sometimes, but...
This one looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. Overall, it's, I think, good enough. The smile looks awkward, but yeah, we'll have to see what the pictures look like. So,
Right.
All right, moving on to Mcfarlane. So we got a lot here. The first ones that I'm going to go through, so they came out with a Batman wave from the Batman movie coming up, the Robert Pattinson Batman. This is the first, so they're all three due in kind of Q1 of 2022, I think. And technically there's 4 if you count the Bat Cycle, but there's this Batman. And I'll be honest, I was looking for pictures, and this was the best, like, articulated picture that I could have. It looks like he's doing, what's that dance? What am I thinking of? Some stupid dance.
You're thinking of the Johnny Bravo dance.
Yeah, that might be what it is.
Where he
Johnny
does
Bravo.
the arm- yeah, you know
He
the-
does it.
where he puts his arms in the
Saturday Night
Yeah.
Fever.
Yeah, there you go,
Oh.
Mark.
With
But-
John Travolta.
God, so in the chat, Bob Dylan is in there, and everyone keeps adding him, and I keep thinking people are talking directly to me.
Oh,
But it keeps like throwing me off. I gotta like ignore the chat again. But yeah, so it does look like, again, Eddie, kind of what your complaint is with the line, that it's gonna struggle for articulation, and seeing how it'll adjust.
what do you
But-
think of the? Because he has the same side glance eyes, which I didn't even like really pay attention to until I showed the Mcfarlane, the Princess Bride figures, and all of them have the side glance. Like, I'm getting kind of annoyed with that too.
I wonder if they're doing that to make sure that they don't get any googly-eyed motherfuckers in there. Because every once in a while you'd run into some of them some of those painted ones, where the people are,
Cross-eyed.
yeah, the people are like cross-eyed, or they're going separate ways or something like that. So I wonder if that's just like an easy way for them to make sure that quality control doesn't let that happen.
I
But-
don't really care why they're doing it. I just don't like it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think so either. Because I was thinking about that too, actually, when I was trying to look at these pictures. But
The figure looks really good. Like
Yeah.
you said, it always looks spot on. Like it even looks like Pattinson's chin to me. Like they did a really well done job. It's just,
Yeah, it's got his cheek structure good.
yeah, it's just probably not going to be the best ankle wise. That's why they give you those stands.
yeah, and he doesn't come with much. He just comes with like the grapple. Danny, what do you think of this guy? Are you excited for this movie?
I am. From seeing the teaser or whatever that trailer was, I'm pretty excited. Like all the DC stuff seems to be that they showed on that fan, whatever it was. I'm
Oh,
looking forward to like the Black
Pulse
Adam
Con.
also.
Or not PulseCon. What the fuck?
But
I know what you're talking
the grappling one kind of reminds me of the '89 for some reason. When I first looked
Yeah.
at it, I was like, "Is that the '89 bats?" But yeah, I'm interested to see it. The suit looks awesome.
What do you think, Mark?
Oh,
Is there we got another Mark on the stream or what?
no, the freaking my brother is away for the week, and I'm watching his dog and his cat, and it's never the hell again, man.
Oh, you just sounded like surprised when I said, "What do you think of this?" And you're like,
So-
"Oh,
No,
Dude, make sure the peanut butter's not around.
Oh,
put the peanut butter away."
Jesus.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
But are these Walmart exclusives also, or
Nope.
I am not sure.
You
No,
can.
well, then
So
it should
the
be- Sorry, go ahead.
I really like what Mcfarlane has done. I actually kind of, thanks for reminding me. I wanted to bring this up too. If you just go to Mcfarlane's website now, they've really kind of organized things really well, to where you can, if you click on like a license or series or wave or something that you like, you click on the figure, and then under that figure, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, so here, I'll just show an example. If you scroll onto the bottom of the page, it lists all the places where you can order it and pre-order it from, and the hyperlinks for it.
Oh, that's
so-
cool. So they set up all the links for you.
Yeah, right. And it's a good way to organize, and it makes it easy to, as far pricing is all the same, it's like going to be the same across the board. And then every once in a while, you'll see just like a GameStop exclusive or just Mcfarlane store exclusive, which, by the way, is really good too, the Mcfarlane store. But sorry.
Yeah, but
I
as
kinda
far
went off.
as far as that, it was funny because I literally told myself, because I went to a Target the day before I saw this coming out, and I was like, I'm never going to buy another Mcfarlane Batman. I was like, I'll buy all the other figures. I'm not buying
Yeah.
another damn Batman because there's so many fucking Batmans. It makes me sick. And then I saw this, I'm like, ooh, that looks really good. And I'm like, I hope we get I hope we get the one Batman without the cowl and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, here I go again. But no, dude, it looks awesome. I'm excited to see how many characters they do.
There's gonna be a
Because
lot, man.
There's
It
a
seems
lot.
like-
Yeah, there's a lot. If they have the Riddler, if they have the Joker, and they have, who else do they have? They have
Catwoman.
Catwoman,
and they have
then-
Penguin. So,
Yep.
and this is supposed to be Riddler, right?
Yeah, so
Oh, this is
thanks
the
for the
Riddler?
Yeah, thanks for the segue. So this is the Riddler. They're all $20 except for the Bat Cycle. That's $30. And he, like I said, the accessories are really light on him. I don't know if they're gonna maybe show more, or actually, knowing McFarlane, they're just gonna come out with a different version with different accessories, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like the Riddler is just like in a green kind of bomber jacket with a big question mark on one of the pockets, and then
He's got a chisel.
yeah, like a
That doesn't make any sense.
weird chisel thing. So
It's for like masonry. It's a masonry chisel.
yeah, not. It's super hard to get excited about a figure like this.
Until you see him. Yeah.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
he looks boring. He looks boring as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he might be really cool in the movie. So I mean, who knows? But we haven't even seen. All we saw was a couple question marks in the trailer, right? We didn't see him do anything.
Wasn't he just like sitting at the bar in one
Yeah, the
scene or
diner
something
or
like that?
whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, we don't see him much.
Batman movies are so damn dark. It's so hard to tell what you're looking at sometimes.
That's true.
It's like literally
That's
like
true.
can't somebody commit a crime during the day or you know?
Yeah, I'm used to that sort of thing. Being a Predator and Alien fan, like the PvP series is god awful.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like one of the worst.
I'm sorry, I jumped to conclusions. Being a predator.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus. Quit it, Ron. God. What was that?
Uh-oh. Google.
Siri?
Did you just hear that?
Get that. Could you try again?
All right,
Did
who
I
was
just
it?
set
is
it
that?
off?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That's
Google
Siri.
sexy music.
That might be my watch or something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
That was
that is
amazing.
weird.
That's got to be a clip, dude. That
I
shit went
was
off right when I
freaking
said
out
it.
because I could not figure out where it was because my phone's over here and the sound was coming from here. So it was on my watch. It was freaking me out. Yeah, sorry. Okay, back to it. Catwoman is the other one, like we mentioned. This one looks fairly posable. I mean, it's still not great for a Catwoman phase, or Catwoman figure. But she's pretty good at. This looks like to be the best out of them all, I would say.
And for sure, we're getting two versions of this one, because
Yeah.
you know you're gonna get one without a mask. So I might actually even hold off on buying this one, because I have a couple of Mcfarlane figures where I have the same sculpt just painted differently. I think I have 3 or 4 different red hoods, and it's like the chest and the stuff is all the same. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is probably the coolest looking one, just because I don't know, maybe because she's a female. You know what I mean? I don't know. So.
And then here's the Bat Cycle. I think this thing is the coolest thing out of the series, to be honest, out of the entire wave.
Wow, that's some pretty good
And
detail.
tires look like they're rubber.
Right.
That
They-
looks legit.
Overall, yeah, it looks really well done. Pretty excited. Yeah, like I said, this is the only one. The only issue is this one's $30, but it's obviously a bit more plastic than the others. So, moving on, we talked about the tease for the Multiverse Batman 3 Jokers. This is the Killing Joke Joker, and this is a GameStop exclusive. It was still up as of yesterday. I don't know if it still is now, but this is my favorite out of all those Jokers that we've covered so far. I really like this one. Have any of you guys read that book yet?
This is the one where he kills Jason Todd, right?
No. This is the killing joke is when he paralyzes
Barbara.
Barbara.
Barbara when he breaks her when he breaks
Well,
her
he
back.
shoots her. So I don't know why he's
shoots her
doing a
back.
crowbar.
Yeah, well that's the part that threw me off.
Yeah, the
I
crowbar was
thought
Jason Todd.
Because they can't include guns, probably.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, maybe
that's a
why.
good point. Oh, that's
So, yeah, it looks really good, but yeah, like you guys said in the scene, he is wearing something else too. I think when he knocks on because he just knocks on their door, she opens it up and he's sitting there with the gun like this and just shoots straight through her stomach and it hits the spine. I think.
Yeah.
And if anybody has HBO Go, they have so many of these animated films.
I think the Killing
DC
Joke.
ones.
I think the Killing Joke is on Netflix actually.
I was actually that's what I was gonna really say. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this one was on a different one, and
Yep.
if it's on Netflix, yeah. But everybody
The
should
rest
check it
of
out
them.
if you haven't seen it. Yeah.
You're right. HBO Max has a ton of them, and that's how I've caught up on a lot of the Superman stuff that I didn't know what was going on with. Okay, and then there's a little bit more to this one. So this is they released kind of a new Spawn wave. This one's the Megafig Spawn Bloody Violator figure. They released 2 versions of this, and one was signed with an art print for $80, and then the other one is just the regular one where you don't get this signed art print by Todd McFarlane. They both sold out apparently like very quick. I think they're both sold out on GameStop.com. But yeah, they went really quick, and
They're
I
both
think
bloody?
it looks awesome.
Just one
Yes.
comes with an art print? Okay.
Correct. Yep, I was trying to look up pictures, and they looked almost identical. So they're both bloody versions of
Now
them.
is this one like 14 inches? Because
It
the
is,
character
pretty
is
big.
huge.
it's they call it a mega fig, and that's why
It's $80.
yeah, that's why it's different. Well, the 80 one is the signed art print one. The regular one is 50. And that's like,
what is the one that they just did? It's this
Just
figure
a-
without blood on it, right?
right, I believe so.
That one's 50 too?
I
Or is it
think
just
so.
because it's blood? I thought that one was like 30. Wow.
I don't think so. I think they're all pretty
Okay.
spendy
It
just
had to
because
be
of
50. Because I
think
think
that's way
I think
too
the
much.
Spawn figures are $25, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't remember.
Yep, like
'Cause I saw a couple of
$24.99
them.
or something.
Because I actually had the one that had like the CW colors, but that was the Mortal Kombat one,
Yeah.
where it was like
Oh,
yellow and
yeah.
black one. But I was
Yeah.
really waiting for them to do like an actual. I mean, I know you could do the Kickstarter one and stuff like that, but I was waiting for one to be on a shelf of an actual Spawn before I bothered buying any of these. Because I had a couple of these when I was, you know, and that was this a 93, 94, 95 when they were. Todd McFarlane was making a lot of these Spawn figures.
Yeah.
And his figures always had really cool designs. That's where the great sculpting came into play with no articulation, because they were literally statues that couldn't stand up. But I mean, I loved them.
Yes.
They were great in the package.
So the regular version is supposed to be $50, but you can get them for like $45 on Amazon right now. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's from what I'm able to see, it's the same figure for the most part. I think I know they just call it like 7-inch scale, but it's bigger than that. I think it's roughly like 12 inches ish. So yeah, it's supposed to be quite a bit bigger. They're mega figures, typically are bigger. And then the Swamp Thing. This one was another one with 2 different releases to it. Both versions though are $40, and the one with the branches that kind of go off the head like horns, kind of.
Antlers.
Yeah, antlers. That one is the exclusive to GameStop version. I think that one is sold out, but you can still get the regular version, the one on the left here.
Dude, these are pretty good. The detail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, when I was looking at these last night, I was like trying to look close to make sure that they weren't like flocked or like textured or something like that. I don't think they are, but yeah, they did. It just, I guess, tells you how good of a job they did on this.
I think he looks really cool.
This is gonna be a huge figure if that's the stand under his foot there, or their little base.
Oh wow, yeah, I just
Yep.
noticed.
That's
These
fucking
are
huge.
Gotta be huge.
this is their mega action figure too, so yeah, that's why it's $40. It's not $50 like the Violator, but
Holy crap!
yeah,
He's doing that thing on the card where that's what I like. When he takes a picture from whatever it is, instead of just a picture of the figure, he has the picture of the art or something. I wish he did them all like it was a line, you know, like a card collection, instead of doing
Agreed.
some of the figure and some
Oh,
of the art.
100%. Yeah.
Would you like to see him do like his own art, or just like commission other people?
Just art
On
In general.
like
just
whatever
art in general.
whatever he got the figure inspiration from, because I know he does different figures from different artists. Wherever he got the art, I'd rather see that than a picture of the figure on there.
and it's, if you like got into the whole kind of card collecting thing that he has too, it'd be cool to take that with you to a con or somewhere where
Yeah.
he's at, or send it in and get him signed by him. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this was the biggest wave that I was excited for. We also teased this one last week, so we won't show too much on it, but it is the Dark Knight Returns Build-A-Figure wave. It's Build-A-Horse wave. I don't have a picture of the horse. It's just a black horse is all it is. And it comes with Robin, Batman, Superman, the Joker, and then Armored Batman. So pretty much anything you would want from the comic, except another, there's more versions of Batman that you can have, because he had the light blue suit with the yellow emblem, and battle damage version, obviously, like the cover version, but there's not a whole lot to do with Superman. And I suppose a Green Arrow they could add in
Yeah,
eventually.
a Green Arrow would have been cool, I think.
And then I suppose the only thing they could do with Joker is another head sculpt with
The Batarang in his
Batarang
eyeball.
sticking out, yeah. But someone posted a picture in one of the groups of these compared to the Mafex ones, which are immaculate in my opinion, just very expensive. And these do not look bad compared to them, especially the Carrie. It's Carrie, right? That's the Robin.
Yeah, Carrie Kelly.
Yeah, she looked really well. AL Maestro, thanks for the. He said, "Shout out to the number
High
one
praise.
show on the CW network."
Thank you, good sir.
Zach
Nah,
is
this
sitting
is
there shaking
cool.
in his seat.
With the horse, because I can picture that panel where he's doing the high ho silver with the horse,
Yep,
and it's like a nice bonus for a BFA.
It is. It's cool. That's something that we don't really have with some of the higher end 112 ones. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how these compare. You know, how worth it they're gonna be compared to the Mafex ones. Like I said, I think these look great. The Superman, I'm not a big fan of the head sculpt of Superman. Not like, I guess the design of Superman, the artwork from the comic. Like, because this guy looks really good. He looks like him a lot. I just wasn't a fan of kind of the weird lips that he has. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but that's really my only gripe with any character designs from this series. And then I believe all of these are $24.99, and then I think they're due Q1 of next year as well.
I got that armored Batman.
Oh,
I got him at Walmart
then-
because my Walmart has them for $15.88. Now, of course, that was the only one on the shelf. I didn't realize he was part of this wave.
$15.88?
Yeah, that seems so cheap.
My Walmart has the Mcfarlane figures for $15.88. I don't know if that's a typo or what. So that's part of the reason why I have so many. I don't know what it is, like 42 of them now.
Wow.
For $15.88,
Yeah.
these figures are a steal.
Dude, can you buy me some?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh shit.
For
Dylan,
$15.88.
can you answer this question from Alvin? What's the articulation comparison between this and the Mafex version?
Oh, it's
You have
Mafex.
them, right?
That's I have the Batman ones from there. I don't have anything, but it's gonna blow McFarlane out of the water.
Yeah, the problem is the knees and the elbows they don't even go quite 90. You know what I mean? So I mean, depending on how much, well, like for the armored Batman, I mean, what are you really gonna have him doing? Just having him like bend a little bit, like he is in the
Does
Picture there.
you have the armored
Yeah.
Batman? So
yeah. That's what I said.
Does
It
the
goes
head-
about-
does the head look a little small for him
Yeah.
to be in like a helmet? I feel like
Well,
the
the thing
head
is, I
the
think it's
same
because of
size
the
as other
armor.
one.
Yeah, the armor is supposed to be like big barrel like.
I think it's because of the armor, but if you look at the waist, it definitely makes it look like his head's tiny for the body. But in person,
Yeah.
it doesn't look that bad.
Oh, okay.
You know
Yeah,
what would have
see-
been cool if they added the lamppost where he put the energy, like where he got his he plugged in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that was the significance of the lamppost. I seen that in the statue. I see that a lot in the statues version with the lampposts. So
Yeah, dude,
that's
he was
cool.
tapping into Gotham electricity, man.
Oh.
Overall, again, like one of my favorite comics I've ever read, and I'm
Yeah,
not
me too.
super-
That's my top Batman story, I think.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like the
Yeah.
perfect story for Batman, I think. So I'm a big fan of it. If I see these out in the wild, I'll probably get them, especially the Robin, just because the only way to get the Mafex version of that is the double pack, and I don't need that version of Batman again. So I think if I see her, I'll for sure get that from this wave, and possibly the Superman.
Are you? So you're not gonna finish the Build-A-Figure?
No.
Can I have
It's
your
funny you say
pieces?
that
Yeah. You can.
because I was like, I didn't really even realize this came with the Build-A-Figure, but the armored Batman doesn't have any of the Build-A-Figure parts, does
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, so maybe he is like a separate thing, because everywhere online says that, and El Maestro, I don't think they're exclusive to any certain store. If you go to McFarlane's website, you can get them really any Amazon, GameStop, Target, Walmart, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad, or McFarlane Toys. on
Yeah, I know.
their
As far as
own
keeping
shop.
stock, my GameStop is really good at stocking the Build-A-Figure waves for whatever
My-
reason.
Target is good, but in Fargo, North Dakota here, we're so behind on stuff. Like I haven't seen any of the gargoyles for NECA yet or anything like that. We're at least like 2 to 3 months behind everyone else, it seems like. So it's really hard for me to like get excited about what I see in stores. Everywhere I have checked, it says like December 7th timeframe is when we'll see these. So yeah, I don't know how I don't know if the one that you're talking about, that you have, the armored one, Mark, if that's kind of its own separate thing.
Because I mean, it's pretty beefy. I mean,
Yeah.
I have it downstairs in the basement. It'll take me a minute to find it. I literally
Sure.
it was about a week ago. I'm terrible, dude. I buy this stuff, I play with it for 20 minutes, and then it gets lost in the
Yeah,
cloud.
sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
Okay, so these next few ones I'll just run through real quick. They're not real figure related. So this one is a 12-inch statue by Jim Lee designed Batman. This is a $40 gold label Walmart exclusive due in February 2022. You can pre-order now. It looks kind of like it says Jim Lee on here, but I don't know if
Maybe Jim Lee did the art for the
Jim Lee did
for the
the
movie. Like because
Jim Lee
when they
did
first announced this, they showed that Batman sort of symbol with the red and black, and I think
Yeah.
he probably did that art for that.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna say
could
I saw him do a live sketch on he does like on what's that one people pay money to watch the streams? I don't
Patreon?
know. No,
Twitch, OnlyFans.
Twitch. Yeah, Twitch.
Oh.
No,
Wow.
he drew. I think he drew this Batman on Twitch. I think because I
Oh, okay.
actually saw him draw this Batman.
So-
I don't remember it being red and black, but I remember this pose.
It looks like Pattinson's Batman, but it has like kind of red accents to go along with like a red lighting, shadowing kind of thing. But yeah, so 12 inches, gold label, which means Walmart exclusive, at least for now. And then this one is a Riddler resin statue. This is a 1/6 scale and $170. Due in April 2022.
Can I hate to stop you real quick. Equan said that they never made a Green Lantern. They did, and I literally just saw the 2-pack of the Hal Jordan, and I forget, it was like Batman 32.
And that was their second version of that one.
Yeah,
wasn't
they
it?
did
Yeah.
the what's the, how do I say this? The darker skins Green Lantern.
Wait.
Jesus Christ, Mark.
Be careful.
You made it weird.
That
Yeah,
would be what's his fucking name? That's my favorite Green Lantern too.
Oh, John Stewart.
John Stewart. Yeah, the
Thanks,
John
Danny.
Stewart. I have the John Stewart one.
Mark's
How dare
like
you.
one stream away from just fucking
Dude, I'm
being
so
out of
afraid of
CW. I pushed the mark, but you're literally like just jumping right.
I'm surprised you guys asked me to be on.
We love you, Mark. Okay,
Just
so
gotta
yeah.
catch you at the right number of cranberry and vodkas sometimes.
Yeah.
Thanks, I Am Legend. I'm guessing he called that out before we got it. So, yeah, you said John Stewart. So, yeah. Anyways, the
But I think
Riddler.
Equan meant Green Arrow, though, not Green Lantern.
Oh,
I thought I
gotcha.
read Green Lantern. I'm sorry.
So yeah, this
He
one's
did say
just
Green Lantern, Mark. He just
Mark,
meant
just
Green
the
Arrow.
Riddler. Oddly, so okay, this is weird. I didn't want to spend too much time on this since it's just a statue and it's
How
6
dare you.
scale. But so look at his pocket here with the question mark here, and then look at the figure that we were talking about earlier. How it's got like an extra pocket, gray pocket there. So I wonder if like it's like if they had just a concept thing to go off of for one of them and it's not correct to the movie, or if that actually has significance to the movie.
No, that's interesting. I would have never noticed that if you didn't point that out. So
Anyways, so this one is the resin statue, the Batman from the Batman movie. Also $170, April 2022. And I think you can get all this from their website still.
So the Jim Lee
Or-
one was a P, what is it, piece whatever, plastic?
PVC.
Yeah, PVC.
Yes, and smaller. It's 12 inches. Wait,
12 inches.
never mind. That's about got to be similar size, right?
Yeah, well,
Oh, no.
close to 1/6.
Yeah.
So these are actual 1/6 and they're resin.
Correct.
This
And his
Batman
cape,
statue looks good.
his cape is cloth. I was trying to kind of find pictures to showcase that,
Yeah,
but it looks like
good.
actual soft goods. My only complaint, and it could just be the lighting, is that his armor looks a little silver, whereas in everything that we've seen so far, it's like a very dark gray or black. So I'm not sure if that will change at all.
I like it though.
But
I
yeah,
like the difference. Yeah.
it's like the best look of this Batman we've seen, I think. Like, to his armor, how that looks, and like a lot of the details.
Also, the cape looks really good for it being mixed media. This tempts me, and I like
Dude,
the
I just
base
realized-
that it's the Batman. Yeah.
What did you realize, Katie?
His suit is very like Red Hood esque, with the like, cargo pants and the armored top.
The symbol too, right? The symbol resembles Red Hood.
I just realized that right now. I don't know why.
Interesting. So, in one of the
good
trailers, does something come off of his chest? Does he take like something off there, like a batarang or something?
It's a.
I heard
I don't
it's the
remember
gun.
that, but it's
that
the
killed
gun that killed his parents.
Yeah,
Oh.
I remember reading something or hearing something about that.
Yeah.
Did not know. Spoilers. Unbelievable. Now I'm pissed.
Yeah, if you didn't know
Okay.
Batman's parents were dead.
So so the wave 2 of Spawn that I was talking about, this is like their promo picture they had for it. Looks really good, actually. I think we've covered the teases on them before, but now this is the actual release. So it includes 202X Cygor, which is the gorilla cyborg kind of figure. He's $50, so he's a bigger figure, obviously. And then it comes with She-Spawn, also $40, not because she's bigger, but because she comes loaded. So 3 guns and like a big axe and a sword and then chains. So she comes loaded out. And then the other 3 are all $24.99 each. And that is Soul Crusher, who he just comes with 2 guns, like a handgun and then just a regular rifle. And then Dark Redeemer, which is the silver and black kind of Spawn with wings, kind of angel wings with a big sword. And then Gunslinger Spawn with the chain gun and top hat version of Spawn. Those last 3, Gunslinger, Dark Redeemer, and Soul Crusher, are all due in November, whereas Cygor and She-Spawn are due in January. So, yeah, keep an eye out for those coming up here. And then, any of these interest you?
The She-Spawn, I think, looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I kind of starting to find their boxes to be very, very boring. And it could
Same.
be because I grew up, their whole thing was like, it was like all clamshell, and it almost looked like a display case. So you didn't have to take I used to not take their stuff out of the box.
Yeah, they used to have like dioramas and stuff that were like meant to stay in the box, kind of.
Yeah, so the boxes are very disappointing, but the figures look great. I kind of would like to not have to spend an extra $15 for like 10 extra guns.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you can only display her
cool.
with 2 of the.
Yeah, I mean,
3.
she's got 2 freaking hands, so.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Sean,
have the other spawns, the weapons will go good with the other, like the Mortal
That's true.
Kombat ones or any of them, they'll go really good with. So.
True. And I'll be honest, like I always say, I'm a sucker for accessories, so I always enjoy
And I'm
more accessories.
sure that chain's an actual chain, that chain accessory, because his toys used to have actual chains. Like, she has a chain belt. Some of his stuff used to have like chain belts, like actual metal. You know what I mean? It would have metal pieces.
Sure. Sean, were you gonna say something?
No, I was kind of just gonna say what Mark said. I really like the She-Spawn a lot.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I don't think any of them are exclusive as of right now that I was aware of. And they were all still available, I think. But moving on to Super 7. So Silverhawks Ultimates came out with their Wave 2. It includes Steel Will, Bluegrass, Windhammer, and a Monstar, and his Transformation Chamber Throne, which is obviously the chair in the middle. The Wave itself, I think, is $275, which I don't think is a deal if you buy it all in one, or $55 each, per usual. And I don't know. The pre-order window on their website will close November 29th, but I don't know when they said they were going to release. Sorry, forgot to get that info. Can I stick one of you guys on that for me?
It's such
I'll check it out.
It's absolutely amazing that they made these figures for a show that was trash, and like was only like 2 seasons. And they
Was
put
it
all
actually
these
that bad?
accessories. I didn't like when I was a kid. I didn't really care for it.
Dude,
You
I
know
thought
what
it was okay.
But the thing was like, but Danny, are you like, oh my god, I need these figures? You know, I'm like,
I
dude,
kind of wanted.
can't somebody get like the Street Sharks, like lightsabers or
Yes.
something? Like something.
I want
do
Street
something
Sharks so
that would-
bad.
like,
Dude,
what the
I'd
hell
rather
are you
have
doing?
Silverhawks than Street Sharks.
No,
Damn, Danny, what the hell?
Danny.
man?
but
Yeah,
I feel like
small
these kind of hit
soldiers.
like
Damn.
the nostalgia factor.
Danny. What'd you say, Sean? Sorry.
Like I feel like I never watched Silverhawks, but I feel like it kind of hits the nostalgia factor for these guys who did. You know,
But
like hey,
I mean,
I
like,
watched that. You know,
but the Centurions, they should have done that. Something like
Centurions,
that.
I can go with. And what's the one where they had the shields and the chest where the Visionaries?
The Visionaries. Oh yeah, because they were a lot more toyetic, I should say.
Yeah.
Then it's the silver guy, and then it's the darker silver guy.
Big Bad has these releasing third quarter next year, 2020.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. For
Good luck to
next
whoever
year.
has too much money to buy this kind of stuff.
Well, that's
And
the
the-
thing. It's,
and
they're
the
too
throne-
expensive, I think.
Yeah, the throne itself is $45. The other figures are still $55, but the throne seems expensive.
The throne looks like a penguin sitting on a rock.
Yeah,
It's
they.
just bizarre.
I mean, they come loaded, like different arms. Like this guy's got what is that? Another set of. He comes with another set of arms and then
Shoulders.
biceps or shoulders. Yeah.
Shoulders for the arms to connect into.
These
So-
things were like $20-$25. I would buy them all. Same with the Thundercats. I couldn't get into the Thundercats because the price point was just too high for
Who's
me.
who's the red character? Is that
That's
Monstar?
Monstar
Or-
Monster.
when he's not
Yeah.
armored up, I guess.
That's a badass figure.
Yeah.
But,
I
but
don't
again,
know
these
nothing,
are
but it looks
these are
badass.
these are all computer renderings, man. Like I know with COVID, but it's like, damn, when can I start actually seeing what I'm gonna buy? You know what I mean? It would be
They-
cool.
Yeah, they're really active, kind of on their social media. So you just kind of got to keep
No,
an
Super,
eye out
I mean,
for that. but,
Super 7's really cool about that. And
Yeah.
the figures will look great, but
right, they do a good job overall. But yeah, like you
think
said, I think
the Horseman does all the sculpting, right?
yeah.
Yeah, those guys do. Like I know chat was kind of saying the same thing with Street Sharks, how cool that would be. Because the best thing about Street Sharks to me were their toys. I watched the show, but it was it was fun, I guess. But their toys were what I really liked.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
They're
really,
kinda
the show. So, the show
What?
wasn't that good, but Sharks
Yeah.
and jean shorts was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty cool
and
concept.
and that's what Super 7 does, right? They do retro toy versions of a lot of these characters. They could knock that out of the park, I think. But so Sean, does this get you, Randy? This is wave 2 of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Ultimates. So these are also $55 each, due I think Q3 of next year as well.
yeah,
So
yeah. I think the best one out of all of these is the Dragon Zord and the Rita. I really like the Rita a lot. How it comes with her little telescope and stuff like that. Like that would have been really cool to have in the Legends, and then like the Dragon Zord just with like the firing of his missiles and stuff like that. You get the coin and stuff. So I kind of want both of these, but I kind of like my Rita from the Lightning collection. So these are going to be a real hard decision for me anyway.
Real quick, so what's in this wave is the Pink Ranger, Red Ranger, Dragon Zord, Rita Repulsa, and then King Sphinx.
Right. And man, that King Sphinx. I think the Legends look a little bit closer on the King Sphinx.
It's missing some paint deco though.
Right. but I don't remember him being so like shady like how he is. I'd have to go back and watch it, but uh, I like his wings, how they're colored, had the pink and the gold accents and stuff. Uh, I think you buy this wave and the first wave for like the Zords, for the monsters, because I still think you could have like a good like Zord on monster fight, even if like you kind of smash them together with like the legends, and you could, if you want to take pictures of these for like the final battles and stuff like that, that's a really good option. And then of course they just come decked out. Can you go back to that Red Ranger and the Pink Ranger?
Yeah, and
That's cool.
Eddie,
You get the cat head sculpt for pink.
Eddie, what do you think of these things?
Can I ask a question first?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I'm not that familiar with the Power Rangers. What's with the blonde sculpt? Because I
Because
always thought it was a
that's-
brunette.
That's cat. So that's like Amy Jo Johnson, who plays Kimberly, was the first Pink Ranger,
Yeah, that's
and
why.
then you get Catherine, who plays the second one after she gets picked up to go to Germany for gymnastics. I think it is.
Well, no,
Uh,
they all three of them, they went to like, it was like the U.S. It was like some kind of like teen U.S. like that
So
Russian
that
girl,
was-
that Russian girl who said "How dare you"? Wasn't that all the same? It was like that same, like, you know what I mean, like a
I
small,
think
like
that's
a
the same
child
episode.
government thing. Because
Yeah.
it's the same reason why
They're
you get a
different
Rocky,
versions
you get a
of the
Rocky,
Pink Ranger, Danny.
you get a Rocky
Okay.
sculpt with the Jason sculpt. That's why you see two Red Rangers,
Right. So
and it's the same
like,
thing. It'd be the
Jason-
same thing for the Black Ranger.
Right. Jason, Trini, and Zach. It's Zach. I think it's Zach, right?
Yeah, Zach.
Right.
Because they
Those
had
three get picked up to do some kind of like humanitarian thing.
that's what it is, humanitarian.
Right. And so those three go off and do that, and that's where you get
Different Rangers, and they
yeah,
did that.
like-
Okay.
And they
right.
did that because those three they quit the show because of contract disputes.
because of contract issues.
So,
Yes.
And
But
the
you know what's-
accessories. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's cool is that Boom Studios, for their Mighty Morphin, they actually add in more information to what Trini, Zach, and Jason were actually doing, and like they actually became like more galactic rangers. So they actually go off into space and they do a whole bunch of stuff up there, and they get new ranger suits and stuff. So Boom is really extending a lot of these storylines for some of these original rangers.
I think, like you guys said, it's cool that the Pink and Red Ranger come with the opposite head sculpt, so you can have either version in your collection. I really like the Dragon Zord a lot. I like the accessories that it comes with. The King Sphinx is cool too. I don't remember the character, but the Dragon Zord really tempts me. The thing that I probably wouldn't go with this line because of is the articulation. It's not what I would want for a Power Rangers figure, which doesn't really matter for the Zord, which is why I like the Zord. 'Cause
Right.
they hardly move, they just walk, so that's cool. But almost every other iteration of Power Rangers from any other company is probably better in my opinion, just because they need the articulation. These look good, and I'm
Right.
sure the packaging will look good, so if you're going for that, I would go with that, like if you're an inbox person, but everything else to me is a step
mean,
above this, other than
articul-
accessories, crazy accessories.
Right. And articulation wise, if you're going for articulation, it's going to be SH Figure Arts. But I mean, if you just want a really good example of the characters, I still think Lightning Collection's the way to go. I think Super Seven's going the extra mile.
I'm really
with some of-
interested in the Mezco ones too. I think the
Yeah.
Mezco ones
Yes.
are going to win it for me.
We'll have to wait and see what that is. But yeah, I still think you buy these for the Zords, maybe not necessarily for the Rangers.
And scale doesn't matter with those either, right? So-
Right. But it seems like
What,
the
what are you,
Zords are a
what are you
lot
smiling at, Eddie? Eddie's like smirking over there.
Because he was yelling at us for talking too much about
Just
it.
I'm trying to.
Oh, gotcha.
I gotta
But,
fucking crack the belt.
Dude,
sometimes.
bro-
you guys
bro-
in?
Real quick, if you go back to the Rangers, you see how they do the gray weapons.
Mhm.
That's the same thing they did with the Ninja Turtles, where it's like that's original to the toy.
original. Right.
So that's a cool
shit.
little
Hold
accessory
on.
they put in.
Show that again, Mark. That's important.
See how the weapon they're just
Oh, okay. That's
so
cool.
that's like a nod to the original toy.
Like they also have those plain white guns.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. That is cool because we asked like before we had Power Rangers, guys. We always wondered why they had and then I know someone pointed out too. I saw somewhere this is that stupid flute that you always see memes about right here on the top. God. Oh, that show. They had to have been high as fuck with half that shit.
Wait, why was she blonde again? Just kidding.
God damn it, Danny.
But the show how stupid.
It's just really quick, just really fucking quick. This is why it's funny, but I have to fucking say it in the chat, like, to tie it up, because it's like, Danny asked a question why she comes with another head, and you guys are talking about contract disputes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Classic. Yeah, and then here, I'm just like looking at shit. I'm pretty much looking at like next thing we're talking about, getting ready for that. So I'm like halfway paying attention.
You know,
especially when it's
parents,
Power Rangers, because I can't like add anything.
Where it's like, Mark probably fucking knows this. The parents where it's like, dad just kind of fucking does whatever, and mom's the one that has to yell at the kids because dad is like, whatever the fuck. That's kind of what's going on here. I have to fucking yell at the kids.
I feel like
Fun to
somehow
get
there's
after
still a
them.
shot at
Don't
me.
do that.
Somehow. The dad
What
just
did-
does nothing.
Go just say it because you're the parent in here, you know? Well, Sean is
yeah.
too, but...
Okay, so moving on to NECA news. We have the 40th anniversary. So we're going to go through some other teases to kind of catch us up on their 31 Nights of Fright that they've done. So the 40th anniversary Evil Dead Ash Williams Ultimate figure, early 2022. Looks to come out. It's got the chainsaw, axe, gun, everything there. So this is the original version of this guy, right? Like this isn't any of the spin-offs or anything like that.
Yeah, from the original
So-
movie, yeah.
Which is messed up. Have any of you guys seen the original Evil Dead?
No.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
really not
fucked
that,
off.
that good, to be honest, either.
I think it
It's out
is.
there.
I thought it was like I watched it, or like when you watch it, you're like, holy shit, this is messed up. But I liked it. The new version I didn't like as much. It was still, I thought, okay, good, but it's like the perfect cabin in the woods like scary movie.
That's what I say. Yeah, okay. That's what I was gonna say. It's not like great as in like it's gonna win an Oscar. It's a great horror film watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Ekwan said looks like Dragonzord has lipstick lasers. Arrow said just need a side mouth character. I don't know what that means.
That
And
sounds
then
sexual.
yeah, it does. And then Alvin said cult classic. It is. Apparently I didn't know this until afterwards, but apparently the first one was very low budget. I did not know that. And then Toy Mafia said it's okay, but part 2 is better. Interesting. I haven't seen the second one for a while, so.
But I think that was part of the charm of the first one because it was pretty much just like a dude like reacting to like, oh, this is coming at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it has that low budget feel.
So another one, I think this one's actually up for pre-order. The Universal Monsters and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimate Raphael's Frankenstein's monster. So it's kind of like a crossover with Universal Monsters that they're doing. $37.99 January 2022. And can you still get it? I think you can, and pretty much at all the big resellers. Yeah, it looks like it's still on like Big Bad and everything like that. So this one looks pretty cool. I was seeing this guy everywhere, but
Did this
It's
happen
really cool.
like on TV or
No
movie
clue.
somewhere?
I don't think
Anybody
so.
know?
But I like
No.
the concept. It's cool.
Yeah, I love the
Like,
gnarly.
it's
Like,
well done.
I love how the gauge is like hooked up to his neck, and he's got.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The design of this is really cool.
I think that they
is.
cleverly found a way to
To
keep
make more
making
Ninja
movie
Turtles, yeah.
figures
yeah.
because they're out of the movie line like now. Like,
But
they're
I think
running
this
out of
is well
stuff.
done though.
It
Oh,
is it is well done.
Because
But
now,
it's just,
now you're gonna need a mummy one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
they probably
Well,
will.
Yep.
So
Oh,
that
there
this
we
is
go.
the other
Okay.
one. Yeah, this is the other one
didn't
they
see this.
teased.
Oh man, they
was-
made Leonardo Igor. How
Yep.
dare they? I hate to see it.
So why is that? Why is that?
He's the leader.
the leader.
Man.
Oh,
Like I would
They-
expect Dracula.
in the description they call him like the brains or something like that. So yeah, this one I don't think is up yet, but they obviously released it. They said more info to come early 2022. And then what is this? The fourth figure in the Gargoyles line they teased
That looks good.
is Hudson, the older tan gargoyle. Looks great. This line there's a lot of really good things ahead of it. I was messing around because we're planning on doing something special with the regular gargoyle for Small Talk, and it's such an impressive figure overall.
Yeah.
Like there's weird things to it, but overall I think it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I got mine. I couldn't believe how big the wingspan is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know how you would display. It's going to be hard to display them. They're going to be like, you're going to have to cross streams there with the wings.
It's so much plastic for less than $40. That's the craziest part. Like, you know, no matter like how little it comes with or whatever, like it's a lot of like all that plastic does cost money to mold and create, and it comes with so much in there. But yeah, it's a really good one. I think should definitely be one that's up for figure of the year in my opinion. But and then this one was the Gremlins 2, the new batch. This is the Brain Gremlin Ultimate Reveal, March 2022, it looks like. So, Eddie, are you going to get this one?
Yep. As soon as I see them in Target, I will pick them up.
Will this one's mouth open and close?
Yeah. Yeah, they all have that action, I think. Or at least I remember them having that action. But in the pictures here, it looks like
it.
Yeah,
This one doesn't seem
This
to come
guy
with
was
as
always
much
really
of the
cool.
accessories.
No. He's really cool though, because in the movie he's the only one that talks. So he's an interesting character because he's like
Oh.
super articulated in like his speech. So he's able to converse
yeah,
with the humans.
Oh yeah, he's the one that talks regularly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't
I
realize
gotta-
that until you said it.
I gotta rewatch it. I think it's on HBO Max, and I started it the other night for you, Eddie, and I fell asleep to it, so I gotta watch it again. It's nothing like against that. I just turned it on like while I was
It's-
going to bed.
Entertaining.
late.
It's not like, these are award-winning movies. They're
Right, you
they're
turn your brain
very
off and-
entertaining.
Have fun. Okay, and then the Mummy Ultimate figure reveal, December 2021. This looks to be released, but they kind of showed the packaging and additional pictures there. We've seen a couple things already with this fig, but looks good. Their Ultimates Universal Monster line looks really good. And
Do you
then
think that really quick, they're doing like packaging reveals for some of their Fright Night reveals, and I think that's kind of lame. Do a figure review. I understand why they're doing it because they're trying to get more without having to reveal new things, but who cares? Because I don't think a ton of people are keeping these in package anyway.
it's a cool idea, right? The 31 Nights of Fright, like 31 nights or 31 days of showing something new is very cool in my opinion. But at the same time, like, yeah, that's really hard to show off 31 new items unless you have your shit in a row, and that's really hard to do with like licensing and all that. So I get why they can't just show a new figure off every day for 31 days in a row. But yeah, at the same time, Eddie, it does, like, when they announced that they were doing this, you're like, oh, hell yeah, this is going to be awesome. And then, yeah, like you said, half of it is like just box art showings or teases, and you're just like, there's a few things here that excite, because we haven't included all of it, and we probably won't either. So, the, like, today's, for instance, the 31 Days of Fright reveal, for example, is just a picture of the silver screen version of the Mummy. So it's just the black and white one, or the gray version of it, and that's it.
Oh, so it's just a repaint of this version.
Right. So just another picture of maybe even this guy. I don't know, but like those kinds of things. Yeah. This is the shit that we're waiting for and looking for, right? Or me, anyways. I'm a big The Thing. Like, I'm a fan of the movie The Thing. Big fan of it. Love it. I think it still holds up today. The special effects. It's an awesome movie, and they tease some other things that they're working on because all they have is the McGrady so far. And this is like the dog, when the dog starts to kind of come out of its form.
Ugh.
And they pin it in the corner. Yeah, it looks like a nightmare.
That looks so gnarly, man.
It looks sick. I am so jacked. Have you guys all seen The Thing?
Oh yeah, I love that movie. It does that. It definitely holds up because the frightening part. What?
Oh, Eddie and Danny said they have not. Have you,
No, I
Sean?
have not.
I have not.
What the
Oh
hell?
my god. So apparently this one is like one of the first movies that, or not first movies I should say, but it's one of the most famous movies for doing terrible in the box office, and then after that it just blew up. It's like when people say cult classics, The Thing is like on the top of that list usually. It's very good. The special effects are so much fun, and that's the shit I love with a lot of movies. I even saw the newer version before this one, and I still think the 80s version holds up. Because they remade it.
And they do a good job of, like, hiding stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, the things are dark. You don't see it completely. You know what I mean? It's got that whole Jaws thing where it's like, you only see the tip of the monster kind of deal. So it helps everything hold up. Because you can still, I mean, if you're watching in the dark, man, you're still, like, a little bit like, ooh, you know what I mean? You still, the hair on your neck will stand up. I mean, you're not going to, like, shit yourself, but.
Everyone says it's pretty much a movie about it's like Among Us movie before Among Us, but with like a little bit crazier. But anyways, all right, Sean, you ready for your trivia here? You gotta come off mute though. Unbelievable.
Yes, right. Is it though? So according to Lego, 6 8-stud Lego bricks can be combined into how many different configurations? Is it 915,103,765, B 500,000, C 4,159,252, or D 100,072 522.
Alvin says D. We are going to our break, and we'll be right back with you guys for the answer.
It's Watto Scrapyard, Annie. We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring tonight's episode.
You can find them on Instagram at Watto Scrapyard. They're also on Facebook and eBay as well.
Yeah, man. They make 3D printed parts for hard-to-come-by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, which is a huge help when you're looking for those lost pieces. They also make printed head sculpts of literally anybody you could think of.
Literally anyone. They've made a head sculpt of me. They've made head sculpts of PewDiePie for you. They've made all kinds of Jedi, all kinds of characters from the Star Wars universe. They are absolutely amazing. They can get any sculpt you want designed and printed for a reasonable fee today.
Okay,
right.
One more time, according to Lego, 6 8-stud Lego bricks can be combined into how many different configurations? Was it A, 915,103,765, B, 500,000, C, 4,159,252, or D, 172,522. Dylan, what do you think?
I'll guess D.
Okay. Money Mendez.
I'm gonna go with A because Equan in the chat seemed pretty confident about this answer, so I'm gonna put all my money on him.
Okay. And Danny?
I have no clue.
Take
So
a
I'm going to
guess.
go the second highest, C.
C. And then Skippy, what do you think?
I'm gonna go the same way, but 500,000 is one of those somebody made it up. So then, if it is 500,000, that means somebody didn't actually calculate it. Somebody just told somebody that. So I'm gonna go with C also.
The answer is A. So,
Wow.
Equan.
He was right. He said, "I remember that in the documentary." A.
You cheated.
Oh, he
If you
cheated.
guys
He knew
are-
the answer.
If you guys
Son
are
of a
all in
bitch.
the Patreon chat, all Equan does is talk about Lego, so I'm not betting against that horse there.
Yeah.
So, really quick before we move on, the recap since Small Talk Trivia has started has been Badfish with 4 wins out of, we'll call it 7 now.
Where
But
is
also,
he tonight?
You know, I don't know. He's not up.
He was
in
on
here.
earlier. I
Yeah,
saw
he
him.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Okay.
When we first started, he was on.
But other winners have been Luke, Toy Mafia, and now Equan.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, we got a leader there, but at least we got a count of our winners. I know that's a step in the right direction. Okay, so, and again, I think what we were thinking, right, Sean, was pooling in the winners once we get to a certain amount and doing a giveaway for the winners, and however many times you've won, you get that many entries into it. So
I think that's where we're headed, yeah.
okay. Okay, so the Black Series, a lot of news overall for Hasbro. We'll start with the Black Series and then Vintage Collection on down to, I don't know if there's retro. I don't think on the Star Wars side there was, but there's a lot of Marvel Legends here too. So, a lot to cover here. The first thing, the Cantina Showdown 3-pack finally went up. This was a Pulse exclusive, $105. Probably going to ship out in February timeframe. Going to be, and this is already sold out, I believe. But yeah, we talked about this one a little bit because people bitched about how it's kind of only half the Cantina, really. And you have to buy like 2 of them to finish it off. And then the Trapper Wolf Pulse exclusive, this one's $27. And March 1st shipping date, it looks like. So this is the Filoni character, right? The pilot Filoni character.
Yeah, it's a shame because the sculpt looks really good, but they put him on like the Luke body, so it looks like, you know what I mean, like
a little awkward, yeah.
He should be a lot thicker. Like, go
You
ahead and
think
make
they
a
did
Jet
that on
Porkins.
purpose, though? Maybe they asked him. Like,
Unless he had the surgery.
It was easy,
You know what
I'm
I mean?
sure.
But
Ekwan said the first time to sell out was that 3-pack, which surprised him. Yeah, me too. I did not expect it to go that quick.
they sold out in like 30 seconds because everybody
was
wants a
nuts.
canteen. It's a big time.
Joe said this Filoni and the Emperor set have shipped. It's crazy. I can't believe a lot of this stuff is shipped already. Anyways, Eddie, you said you got a couple of these, right?
No, I didn't even get one of these.
I thought you said you got 2 wolves. What do you mean by that?
Wolves? Oh, I
He
got
meant
2.
wolf, like the clone.
I got the Power Rangers that I finally was waiting for.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Danny, like, froze doing that on my screen. Did he do that for anyone else?
No.
Oh, he did this, and then he, like, froze on my screen. Okay, so, anyways, yeah, he's got the cool packaging there, the Pulse exclusive one. And then we got the Cobb Vanth. This one is $31.99, so considered like a deluxe version, which is kind of, I guess, on par with their newest Boba Fett. Just sucks it's considered deluxe. It's sold out on Pulse, but I think you can find it elsewhere. Due in July of next year. And then the Black Series Mando, the Mando and Grogu Maldo Kreese version. This one's a Target exclusive. This is, again, another deluxe version, so this one's actually $36.99, and again, Target exclusive. I think it was still available yesterday, but I don't know if this is.
That one's gonna end up on clearance somewhere, because these repackaged figures, they always make so many of them. So wait till this is $14.99 in February.
And
Well,
that
and the whole
scene
$37
wasn't a
for this.
big.
Yeah,
was
the whole
wasn't a
point
fan
of the
favorite.
scene was that there was millions of them.
And I literally
know?
thought this spider when they showed that spider, I thought it was like like they weren't done painting it, like that was just the mold. And it's like no, the spiders are just white. Like were they just that like plain ass? They look. I wouldn't want. I would throw that away. I wouldn't even want it.
Yeah.
I'd want it just for the Grogu in the snow.
Yeah, and Joe kind of said that too. He said third Mando build up pack enough already. Sadly enough, I don't think we've even started. I think there's at least like 2 or 3 more. I think there's a lot more left. So they also put up Leia's Organa's Force Effects lightsaber, 265 on Pulse, October 2022. This one actually is a cool looking saber.
No, but see, that's $265, right?
Yeah.
Don't spend money on that. But buy the Disney version.
Kind of bossy there, Mark.
I actually
I'm just-
disagree. I think the Force Effects ones are better. They're closer to the right size. And
really?
they're more expensive, but they're to me they look better and the stands are better. But they are more expensive, so that's up to you.
Mark just up and left in the middle of a debate, and he just leaves.
Because he showed the Clone Wars Ahsoka ones, which I have too from the Galaxy's Edge ones, but that's only because the Force Effects one you can only get the big version. You can't get the Shoto Blade as well, so that's why I went with that with those. But whatever else will always be FX for me. You're muted, Mark, if you're saying anything.
We thought you just bailed on the debate.
No. Now, can you single screen me real quick, if you don't mind? Solo, can you solo cam me? Okay, this is the Black Series. This is what you're buying. That's the Black Series one.
Okay, Mark,
This
but
is
before you make this argument, I want you to know that is not Force Effects.
I understand, but I'm just talking about the Black Series.
Okay, this is not the Black Series, though, so one less cranberry and I would have agreed with you.
Then didn't he just put the picture back up? Didn't you just show me the Black Series one?
That's a Force Effects Black Series, though. It's a higher end. The blade is removable. It has a different pommel, or not pommel. It has a different change out, so you could put the blade in and display it with or without. Those old ones, I do agree with you. They suck, but these ones are a lot better.
All right.
Sorry, man. Next time, buddy.
This one looks really good, though. Like, I like the design of it overall, and then I like how the light shines through those kind of rings or layers or whatever. But the chat was actually kind of making me laugh there. Someone said, Battle of the Sabers, here we go. CC3PO said, I have the Darksaber in order. And the one from Hasbro tend to have better quality. And then Ekwon said, I have to resort to these effects elite ones because I can't go to Disney and they don't sell them online. So
they were selling them on Disney Shop Disney online for a while, but I didn't know they stopped that. I think they were selling them on there because of the pandemic and everything. But I didn't know that had stopped.
Yeah, I didn't. I guess I've been out of the loop with it, but I do want something. I just don't know what yet. I was gonna buy Danny's Ahsoka lightsabers, but
Too slow, bro.
Okay, so tell me about this, Sean. You caught this. You watched the stream live, actually, for PulseCon for a lot of it, and this was a tease that you screenshotted, right?
So this was from the members only event that they had just the other day. It was a preview that they had pre the event. You'll also see as we go further down in the list. Well, there's a couple more that did the same thing, but this one's the client. It's gonna come with the best card money box, and I can't remember what else it was. Yes, a couple other things, but
show me the baby. Sorry, keep going. You're supposed to just keep talking through me. Don't stop. It makes it awkward then.
But yeah, so he was a tease at the time. I believe they revealed him at the members only event.
Okay. And then, so we can move on to the vintage collection then. So this one was one I know a lot of people had their minds on. This one is the vintage collection Emperor's Throne Room Pulse exclusive. This was $31.99. Great deal, and I think that's like really good price. By the way, that Mando and the Grogu set that we talked about for Black Series, that is still up on Target. So, but this guy is sold out. And this one was a pretty sought after one. It was up a lot longer than I expected, though. Like halfway through the day, he was still up, and I didn't order it. I really wanted to. I ordered way too much from PulseCon, so I was trying to hold back. But yeah, this guy looks really well done, in my opinion. He's got like the backdrop with the ships, the throne, and a really well done 3 3/4 inch figure overall. But $31.99, February 1st, it looks to ship. And then this one was the pack of Rebel. Oh, yeah, what?
I should have looked at the show sheet before the show and the slides, but they also, during that 1027 event, then they showed off Echo and Omega as well, I think. And we didn't have that, but they did announce Echo from Bad Batch and Omega as well.
Yeah, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Just wanted to add that in.
I was like trying to watch on my phone and it wasn't really working because I was like out and about doing.
Yep, and
doing
I'm
things.
not a member, so I wouldn't saw that.
I thought you were, Sean.
That's on me, guys.
No, I'm not. I am not paying $50 a month for how rarely I order from Pulse.
It's $50 a year, not a month.
Okay,
but anyway,
$50
so yeah,
is a lot for me.
This
baby food.
The Rebel Fleet Troopers. This was a pack. So this one, it was also a Pulse exclusive, $41.99. And I think this one was up for a good amount of time. It comes with the 4 figures, obviously all different head sculpts. Yeah, it's still up right now for $41.99. This one's due in April 1st, 2022. But I can't see this one lasting a super long time, especially for being a Pulse exclusive and a lot of people wanting to army build. Mm-hmm. And then Mace Windu. So kind of another wave essentially that they announced. So these are all $13.99, August 2022. It looks like Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and then God damn it, Danny, and then Ahsoka Tano. What are you laughing about?
Just looks kind of funny.
Well, because they repainted figures from what are these? 15 years old?
Probably.
I think because I have these already. I think they're from from 07 or something. And that Mace Windu figure is actually really terrible, and so is the Obi-Wan. I mean, that Obi-Wan you could get for like $5.
The size of the hilt.
Yeah. That is. Oh my God. It's like the size. It like goes up past his forearm.
Because the least they could have done was give you new head sculpts. But I mean, if you're the vintage collection collector carded, I mean.
Hey, there's Badfish.
But I already have these figures, so I'm not. There's no need.
Badfish comes in swinging out of nowhere. We were just wondering where he was, and he goes, "Mace has a huge lightsaber." Damn it,
Badfish, you're the leader of the trivia.
Okay, so then the other 3 3/4 inch playset that they teased was the Imperial Death Trooper Navarro Cantina playset, $52.99, June 2022. This one is not an exclusive, so you can probably find this anywhere. But this is the opening scene of Mando, right? Or is it from when? Oh no, it's
during
the shootout.
Yeah, the
because
last
the window's
scene
all blasted out.
That's right. Okay, that makes sense.
And what a lazy figure to put in there. That Death Trooper. I mean,
yeah.
I guess it's better if somebody doesn't want the Cantina playset. It does make you have to buy it to get the figure, but it's a weird tossing figure.
But did the
they should have put the flame.
Oh, fucking chat's cracking me up. Oh, what were you saying, Mark? Sorry.
Yeah, I think the Flame Trooper was the only one that went in there, right?
Right. That's what I was
yeah.
saying.
And Grogu turn the.
Oh, I didn't know you're just mid conversation as a cat crosses his lap.
It's
Get
my
your-
brother's cat, man. It's not my
Get
pussy.
your puss under control. Okay, so the other ones that they announced was Ahsoka Tano, the Corvus So this is the Mandalorian version, also $13.99, June 1st.
Face sculpt on that looks really good.
Really good. These two both look really good. I just noticed I put the same fucking picture here. Cool. So this is the other one was the Death Watch Mandalorian, also June 1st, 2022. This one is harder to find. A lot of people were buying a ton of these ones. And also gotta show this picture where they put the jetpack upside down. Someone in Ox posted that. Who was that again? Someone posted that in Ox and pointed that out. I did not notice that, but how stupid is that? Because you can... Unbelievable. I don't know how you do that.
But that's one of those figures they need to make a lot of, because there's so many people that collect Mandalorian stuff that it makes it so hard to buy. You know what I mean? It makes it so hard to buy the stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to catch up with it. But okay, so finally we got the HasLab Rancor announced. The target was 9,000 as of a couple days ago, and we'll get you an updated list here, but it was at 3,856.
No, that is updated as of like when we did Mcfarlane.
Oh, cool. Okay. Perfect. So that's pretty close anyways. Then we got 39 days, 3 hours yet, about $350. Not god-awful. We just lost Danny. And it's going to end December 6th, so that's when they pull your money, right? When it ends.
Just in time for the holidays.
Yeah, no shit. Shipping spring 2023. Good God. Arm span 42 inches, height 17 and a half. And then it can go straight up if you do that, that's 27 inches. 45 points of articulation. So the stretch goals, tier 1 is 11,000, tier 2 is 13,500, and then 3 and 4 they had not announced yet. But yeah, this is a good one. I'm pretty excited about it. I am probably going to back this one. This will probably be my first HasLab. Sorry, Dean, but this is pretty much everything I wanted and didn't get as a kid.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you didn't get this Rancor?
The Power of the Force
Power of
thing,
the Force
right?
2 one?
No.
That one was a really good one, man.
Isn't it rubber too?
It's a very sad
Oh my
story
gosh,
for him.
dude, it is so great. I
wanna
love
tell
it.
the
Dude,
sad
it's
story,
heavy. It's
Dylan?
like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Him a lot of mental health issues.
I always wanted it, Danny. Danny, where'd you go?
You wanted Danny? He's right
How
there.
dare you? I came back because you said that.
I might have 2 of them, Dylan. I'll have to check. If I have a second one, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, let me know. I would be
I'll
very
look around.
interested. I still remember going into KB Toys in the mall, seeing it, and obviously my parents not buying it for me. Back in the day when we had KB Toys. Okay, so yeah, anyways, this one looks really good. For kind of comparisons, maybe actually Sean might have a good one, but there's a good picture here. So there's one with his arms all the way up, and you can see all of his finger joints are articulated. Hand, wrist, he looks like he's really well done overall. Obviously the pictures aren't done yet, which is kind of annoying, but look at how big it is compared to the Razor Crest and Jabba's Sail Barge. Because again, this is Black Series, so this is 6-inch scale, or 1/12 scale, technically.
Didn't for the other HasLabs, didn't they have actual production pieces to show off?
Yeah,
Not
they
the
had models.
Razor Crest, they didn't.
No, I'm talking about what's up right now. Like the
Yeah.
G.I. Joe thing and the Ghostbusters thing? Did they
I
have production pieces?
The G.I.
I
Joe
wasn't
one is
watching
just...
when they did this one though.
I
The
thought they
G.I.
had
Joe
a-
one is renders, I believe.
Yeah, that they didn't have a production piece for this though, Sean. I'm saying the G.I. Joe one and the Ghostbusters had production pieces, I think.
It's rendered, so it's just like computer
I
animation.
swore someone
pretty much.
on the live stream was messing with one. But,
Oh,
okay.
They had brought out like the gray, like basically what that is for
Oh.
for GI Joe. I don't know what they did for Ghostbusters. Like we got some stuff up on there here in a little bit though.
Gotcha. But yeah, so the size of this guy, I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I didn't really like fully realize it was Black Series, so it's definitely is a lot bigger than I thought, but yeah, I'm gonna have to back this. So pretty excited about that one. And then so moving on to Marvel Legends, some of the teases here. Sean, if you want to go through these real quick, and anyone's interrupt him if you want to ask something. But Sean did a good job of capturing a bunch of screenshots here. So
Baron looks like a foot soldier. No, I'm
kind
sorry.
of
Go
does.
ahead.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna mute myself.
So this was where I was able to watch day 2 of the con. We're gonna get a Walgreens exclusive Baron Zemo, just following along with their supervillains line. I think it's cool. I think they said it's been since 2015 or so was the last Baron Zemo. If you want to click through for me, Dylan, real quick. We're getting a Marvel Legends series MODOK World Domination Tour collection. This one's going to be $73.99. It is a PulseCon exclusive. Danny,
I thought
do
this
you know
one was already up. Maybe not. Sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to ask, Danny?
Danny, do you know where this came out of at all, or
The MODOK?
yeah,
I'm not
like
too
this
familiar
particular
with the
one?
character, but I think they just
They had a TV show. Was
yeah,
it from
there's a
the TV show?
Hulu cartoon show.
Where like
Okay.
Patton Oswalt's the voice of the character.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Alright,
it
so
wasn't that
he's
good.
gonna-
I only watched the first episode.
He's gonna come with some sunglasses, a couple pair of hands, and like these. I can't remember if they're like beam lasers or like eye lasers, but it has like hamburgers attached to it. He's got the black hair like Elvis, and then I don't know. I don't know who the extra figure is though, so I can't. I don't.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
can't
familiar with
identify.
this the MODOK stuff.
The Captain figure includes 6-inch scale. The Captain figure inspired by the comics. So that's what it says on the website. You're right. This was a convention exclusive. I thought we covered this one already, like as an actual release, but I think
I had thought
we
so
just
too,
covered it
but-
when it. We just did
Yeah.
it when it teased. I think.
Well, and like because we had covered the Cantina Showdown where they kind of leaked it, and I
Yes.
guess not until con they decided to make it exclusive, or we didn't know it was exclusive until the con. So we might have. So we're also gonna get a Falcon and Winter Soldier, Captain America, and in-game Captain America 2-pack. This is gonna be $41.99. It's the first Anthony Mackie head sculpt without his goggles, due out April 1st, 2022. I think this is really cool. They were saying that a lot of people were really wanting that in-game Captain America after it had sold out, so they went ahead and teamed him up with the Falcon Winter Soldier Captain America. He does not have his wings. He just has his little jetpack. And again, it has the Anthony Mackie head sculpt without the goggles, and pretty accurate shields for both of them. Caps is not broken, but Anthony Mackie's has those extra little lines in the silver for his shield with a couple extra pair of hands. They also announced Winter Soldier, a Winter Soldier from Falcon Winter Soldier. This one is taken from that scene where he's going back in time and he's having his memories and stuff. So this is a pre him getting the stuff out of his head. It's pretty cool. I think it looks a lot better than even some of the ones we got from Captain America Winter Soldier. Comes with a couple of guns, I think his knives, and an extra head sculpt with that black face mask that he wears. This one is due out also April 1st, 2022 for $22.99. Then they came out with the X-Men animated series VCR tape Wolverine with Wolverine Crush picture frame. I from what I understand, you could add your own picture, and it has some new claws. 26.99, May 1st, 2022. What do you guys think about this one? Because I think we always see that classic meme over Facebook or Instagram or wherever, where he has that picture. Comes with pretty accurate VCR tape packaging. Danny, you're an X-Men fan. What do you think?
Dude, I think this looks pretty good, and I'm tempted to get back into the 112 Marvel Legends line, I guess, to snag this one up. Not so much the Jubilee, but the Wolverine. It's just iconic. I mean, it just looks perfect, like how it looked like in the animated series.
Eddie, you got this guy, right?
Yeah, the VHS tape packaging sold me on it. I'm kind of
Same.
a sucker for a cool packaging tape or packaging on the boxes. But I do think the figure looks really good. I might end up getting two to take one out of the box and keep one in, because I like the cell shading and the look of the claws on this new rendition of the figure. I think it looks really good, and I like the accessory that it comes with. That's pretty cool. And it is cool that you can put your own picture in there. I think figure photographers are going to have a lot of fun doing that with different things in there.
Yeah, that could be funny.
Cool. They did have the, I think it's the creators and artists, I guess the husband and wife couple who worked on the actual animated series, and they did a comparison to the original VHS tape.
Yeah,
and they were very close. Of course, this is going to feature Wolverine more so, but
Sure.
the packaging is very, very close, and you even get that little black half circle at the bottom of it, so it kind of really drives home the feel of the VCR. They even said you could put it right next to your VCR tape.
What about you, Mark? Did you get this one?
I ordered all three of these. This is so exciting because they did. I have a couple of the Marvel Legends where they acted like it was the Jim Lee versions, but they didn't have this cell shading type. You know what I mean? With the really bold colors. And I love on this Wolverine how his ab crunch is, because I really hate the abs on a lot of the Marvel Legend figures. They did this one on like the 4th of the 6th like rib pack. So if you see him crunched over, you don't see it at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how you would pose Wolverine. So I'm really excited about these actually, and I just hope they don't stop randomly. You know what I mean? Because that's what always happens with these. Like I want them to go as far as I want to get like a Nightcrawler figure. You know what I mean? Like go just a little bit further than just the main cast. You know?
Yeah.
Well, and I don't see them stopping this line. I mean, I think if we're gonna get like a Jubilee, we can expect to see some other characters as well.
They did spoil it in the product info on the PO. It had Storm and Jean as well on there, so we know those two at least are coming.
Hell yeah!
Oh, cool.
And that's typically not something you have to worry about with Legend. I mean, it can happen for sure, but you can typically, if you're in the side that's hoping to buy it, and then with the line being finished moving forward, you typically have a good chance of that happening with Marvel Legends. So yeah, I can see them going pretty deep into it.
Just really quick on the Jubilee, she's also $26.99, but they have her coming out June 1st, 2022.
Yeah, and they're both still available on Hasbro Pulse and other resellers, I believe, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think this is an exclusive to Hasbro Pulse.
Which one? Just the Jubilee, you mean?
Wolverine and Jubilee. I don't think Mr. Sinister is an exclusive, but I think these two are.
I thought it was other way around.
Yeah.
I'm
not seeing that it was an exclusive.
They say exclusive on the Pulse order. When you go to order from them, it says
Does
exclusive.
it? That's crazy. Because on the listing, I know on most of the listings that they had on Pulse, it said that exclusive orders could not be. I couldn't remember what they said. Maybe it gets taken out immediately, or something like that.
Interesting.
But
Okay,
that's
yeah.
cool.
No, I think you're right, Eddie. I'm just looking on Entertainment Earth, and I don't see them anywhere. So that's good to know and makes sense. So yeah, I guess
Yeah,
these ones
that's
are
awesome.
Pulse exclusives, but they're both still up there. My guess is since it's so far out that they're doing Windows, so definitely pre-order if you want it at all. I'm guessing it's just gonna one day just show up as sold out on there. So if you don't want to go chasing it, and this is Jubilee's packaging with kind of the pink VHS tape look.
Looks so
Pretty cool.
awesome.
Yeah, well done.
So then the Marvel Legends series Venom is coming out, $31.99. It sounds like this is already well, it is already shipped, right? Because we've got some people on the Facebook who've already reviewed it, or not reviewed it, but revealed it. I know Dylan, myself, and Eddie have both have all picked this up. Mine hasn't shipped yet. I think this looks really cool. At first, I didn't really like the different colors that they did on it until like I got to see it in person, and with a little bit of peer pressure, I went ahead and picked it up.
Didn't take much.
It did not take much at all.
I know Eddie's a fan of this. Danny, what do you think of this?
For some reason, I'm not a fan of the cell shaded, I guess, for Venom, because I never watched the animated for Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. That I
So
can
I-
see.
yeah.
I can see that.
So it's
Mark,
kind
what
of
do you
throwing me
think?
off a little.
Mark, you're on mute.
I'm with Danny. I just I don't know. Something about it just doesn't call it. You know what it is? I think I've just seen so many Venom figures lately that I'm become almost like desensitized to it. As
I'll
weird
be
as
honest,
that sounds.
I don't think I've said this before, but Venom is one of my all-time favorite like Marvel characters. Always has been. Like the only TV really animated TV show I watched was a little bit of the X-Men, not a ton, but Spider-Man was the main one. I had like a couple Spider-Man VHS tapes that I had that I got for Christmas, and I really liked it. I thought I really liked the design. Obviously, for Venom, it was a huge throwback for me. I really like the idea of this guy. I think it's probably set in stone that they're going to come out with a non-exclusive version that's not going to be colored like that. But, you know, of course, exclusive versions are always going to be pretty sought after. The red and the blue shading looks a bit lighter on the packaging there.
Yeah.
But
It's more the
there.
red that throws me off than the blue. Like the blue, it's expected. I think. I feel.
I think the blue could almost look like a lighting thing.
But the red
blue
kind of
red,
throws
it
me
just
off for some
doesn't-
reason.
I could see that, yeah,
And
especially like that close. But I really like this head sculpt, like with the teeth and the
Yeah, the
tongue.
sculpt
I
looks
thought
amazing.
I thought that looked really good.
But with Spider-Man, they're doing so many Spider-Man stuff with these symbiotes. I'm surprised they haven't done like Toxic and what's some of the other ones. But they had some other like cool design in the comics. I know there wasn't a big story behind them.
Are you saying like in the retro style or?
No, like they had because it was because Venom.
They did a
there's
Toxin.
Carnage. There's Toxin.
Yeah, they've
But
done a
there's
Toxin.
There's like a dozen. Okay, I never saw it. But you
He's
would
like
think
one
they
of those deluxe ones, kind of basically the same body mold as the deluxe Venom.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah.
you can actually still get Toxin if you want him. Yeah, it's the same body as the Hulk and that other Venom that Zach has that he really likes.
Oh, okay.
But
I never saw that for some reason.
yeah, this one is obviously just based off of kind of the 90s TV show. So it's like the retro version that's going to match like their Green Goblin they did, that Spider-Man that was really good that we did as a giveaway.
So there's an X-Men Mr. Sinister, $26.99, due out June 1st, 2022. Also in the VCR style. I think this looks really good because when was the last time we got him? I wasn't it in like the Apocalypse Wave or something like that?
No, it was
And-
the Wendigo.
Wendigo, yeah. And I really like the shading on him. Again, not the biggest X-Men fan, so Danny, what do you think?
Dude, I think it looks amazing. Like, I want to throw away my Wendigo version. Get this.
Yeah, Danny, you're saying that you got out of Marvel Legends and these kind of
Now
things
you're
are
getting in.
starting to
Well, this-
slowly bring
This
you back.
kind of is different because this is specifically animated. so I can like technically have this on its own.
So what?
on the
This is more
side.
sentimental.
Yeah,
Attachment for you?
for the animated stuff I used to watch also.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm the same way. This is all very much like, because a lot of people like the people that like the brown Wolverine X-Men. Now, I was right now, all the comics I ever read for X-Men was all like that Jim Lee era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was always he was a cool character, and he even had like a real cool voice in the TV show.
Yeah, he did.
I really this like got me really excited, but at the same time, I like Danny, I didn't want to like end up buying too many. But if they're gonna do all the cool bad guys, I'm all for it.
So just some other teasers that they did was Vulcan from the X-Men. He's gonna have a pinless, or the body's gonna have pinless joints. So that's really cool. This is just some renderings that he's had some sketch art and colored art from the artist. They compared him to a couple other figures that people had questions on, and those were on different shows like MCU Collector and things like that. But I think the biggest reveal that they had was the Knoll figure. They had Donnie Cates on live, I believe, out of Austin, and I can't remember his name, this Hasbro's guy's name, but he queued him up just good enough, and I think Donnie Cates had guessed them out. But he looks really cool. He's going to come with his red fire sword and stuff, with his hair kind of flapping in the wind, it looks like. But I think he looks really good. A lot of people were excited about him.
I don't know if any of you guys know anything about this, but I've been keeping. I've not been keeping up, but I've read, I think, the first 3 books of the Venom series and started the Carnage one. And this guy's like the ultimate symbiote bad guy, right? He's like the symbiote leader?
Yeah, he's the god.
Right?
He basically just like when Donnie Cates came into the fold of Marvel, just in general, he completely just made this guy the biggest bad that he can be. There's been minor hints of him in the past in Thor. I can't remember what series it was. The one just before, I think Jason Aaron, but it was a few years back from there. And even in the Guardians of the Galaxy, they kind of go to the symbiote planet because when Flash Thompson joins the team, his Venom is not complete, and we find out the reason why a few comics later. But they go and take him to the planet to kind of like heal himself, and basically what they were doing is that that planet was imprisoning the Knoll in there. And really long story short, he escapes and all hell breaks loose.
Is that sword that he has the Necro sword, like Loki's Necro sword, or the God Killer Necro sword?
That I'm not sure.
I don't know. It just looks like the same sword, but with like symbiote on it. And I thought I heard that, but I could be wrong. It's cool. It's a cool figure. I don't know. I love Donnie Cates, but I didn't get this far into the Venom comic either. I have them all. I just haven't read them. So it was definitely one of the coolest things.
If you have issue 3, go get it graded, man. Go get it graded. Get it pressed and get it graded.
Graded? Which one?
Issue 3 of the Donnie Cates Venom.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the first appearance of Knoll. It's up there. I haven't checked the listings lately, but the last time I did, it was like 400 or 500 at a 9.8.
Yeah, I just have the book, so I don't think I have any of the actual issues.
It would have been cool to see him come with some wings. I know he has like wings sometimes in the comics, like big old symbiote wings. So it would have been cool to see that. I don't know what else he's gonna come with, but if it's just this,
I wouldn't be surprised if that was like a reprint of them. Like they'll come out with this one without the wings, and they'll do the one with the wings.
Yeah.
They also teased the figure Despair. I think we said he's from the Venom series. Is that what we were saying?
Eddie,
I don't know.
I thought it was X-Men. I could be wrong.
I
don't
just
think he's from
remembered the
X-Men.
name.
Oh, okay. None of us knew who this guy was. We had to look him up.
I don't think
But-
a lot of people knew
don't-
who he was.
I
I
have no
saw
idea.
a lot of people.
He's
trying to
cool
figure it
looking,
out.
like black and white, kind of with a torn up cape and kind of skull ghoulish head kind of thing. But yeah, it looks cool. I just know
He-
nothing about him. I want to
so really-
look more up.
Really quick, just Google. He is a demon and was one of the Fear Lords. He has been opposed by Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, Man-Thing, Cyclops, Hulk, Juggernaut, Doctor Strange, Cloak and Dagger, and the New Avengers.
Okay,
So he's like Spawn, but in Marvel.
kind of
I guess
looks
so.
that way.
And then the last thing they teased right before the end of the Legends, I guess, was the Marvel mystery tease of X-Men's Maggot, and this is all they left us with. No clue who this character is, but it's just kind of like a little maggot in a little puddle of some kind of blue goop.
This is X-Men, isn't it? Maybe
Yeah.
this is what I was thinking of. Okay.
I don't know too much about him, but I remember the character. Like he's like all blue, and he has like two big two big worms,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember the name, but I
like
don't-
cybernetic worms.
Interesting. That seems like one of those throw it like a random board for a hero kind of character.
100%.
They made it. Foosh, I think it was Foosh, made it seem like this is two teases in one. Like the blue might be a tease for something else, and the maggot is the tease for the maggot. But
But I thought
he
the
made it
character
seem
was-
like the blue is an effect piece that can be held by a different character.
Interesting.
So I don't know. I don't know about that.
They also teased the Marvel Legends Scarlet Witch 2299, March 1st, 2022. They were basically saying with this one is that they were giving everybody an opportunity to get the Scarlet Witch out of the, what was it called, Family Matters 3-pack?
The 3-pack. Yeah.
So that was that. It's going to come in the 6-inch retro line. I think she looks cool. I think if you're making a more like a forward Avengers display, it looks pretty cool. The next thing that they were releasing was Vision, also $22.99 for March 1st. I was thinking about him, and I think Eddie, you had said it that you didn't really like the way it looked, but
No,
but
because this is
he
the
is
white
very-
Vision for the listeners. This is the white version of Vision.
right, the white version.
So in the West Coast Avengers, which these ones are based off of, is what you kept saying on the show was to check out if you wanted to kind of follow
Right.
along or maybe have ideas on what was going to happen on WandaVision as it was going on. So these ones are supposed to be relatively close to that, right? You said?
Right. Yeah, so the next thing they released was the Marvel Legends Series 1 Captain America $31.99 coming out April 1st. This is kind of the classic Captain America that they is going to come in the classic Toy Biz packaging. Has a shield with some lightning effects on it, multiple different types of hands. And it's going to have a backdrop of like airplanes back from World War II, some wreckage of a building, some other kind of blast piece that I believe was going to go over his shield. And then
Looks to be a Panzer IV tank.
Thank you for that.
Wow.
Nice name drop.
Real quick, a lot of people thought too on the emblems on the side of the packaging here. They said this is probably a good indicator on what to expect from this line. If this kind of retro line does well, retro deluxe line, I guess per se. So like there's like Daredevil on there, Spider-Man, X-Men symbol, Fantastic Four symbol. So there's a lot more ways that they could take this line too.
The next thing they released in the same line was the Iron Man. He's also $31.99, due out May 1st, 2022. Classic Iron Man. He kind of has the pointy face mask over his head. Tony Stark head sculpt. A couple extra fisted hands. Typical beam, repulsor beams. It looks like, and he's gonna have those blackish gray, I guess, foot repulsors. I think first released from Ironheart. I think Ironheart was the first one to have those, and then another backdrop that just says Stark on it. I actually really like this one though, because it reminds me of the Tells of Suspense Iron Man. I think it's like his fourth appearance or so. But it's basically the same body mold of the classic Iron Man that they did have before, also in that classic Toy Biz packaging.
So I like this one, but I did not notice that space in the waist there before.
Looks
Yeah, that
huge.
looks a
Drives me
little
nuts.
giant.
Yeah.
And doesn't that look just like Charles Bronson? I mean,
I heard that before. Someone else said that too.
for any of you Death Wish fans, I guess that you guys are all too young. Maybe Danny knows Death Wish.
Wait, which one?
Charles
Death
Bronson,
Wish?
Death Wish.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Pablo. Yeah, about 20 minutes ago, half hour ago, I think we were on the Rancor, and essentially I said I'm backing it. I don't think anyone else committed to it, but
I have not.
we're pretty. I'm pretty excited about it.
It's 2 years away. I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
So in the 3 3/4 line, they are coming out with some X-Men stuff. $20. January 1st, 2022. They're gonna have Phoenix and Wolverine as a 2-pack shipper box, kind of 2-pack from the Uncanny Avengers.
Holy shit!
It's a PulseCon exclusive. So you're gonna get, I think, what is it? Danny, help me out. What is this issue again?
Dude, I'm not even sure.
Is it what is it? Damn it! Why can't I remember it? But you're gonna get a Phoenix, the Phoenix and the Wolverine, with the Sentinels on the cover.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not.
Days of Future Past.
Quick question. Sorry, I'm taking the topic off here a little bit. But was the Phoenix was she pretty much the strongest any Marvel heroine until Cosmic Ghost Rider or something like that?
Yeah.
Was she supposed to be
Yeah,
one of the
she's,
strongest ones?
She's like Omega level, I think.
Right. Yeah.
That's like the top.
Okay.
Yeah,
off
the
topic,
actual
that
X-Men,
statue that
yeah.
they came out with.
Out of the X-Men team, for sure, she's the strongest.
Yeah, that I knew she was supposed to be the strongest out of them, but
Some other things they teased was Mr. Fantastic, Falcon, and Venom in the 3 3/4 line. The Venom, if you want to scroll through, Dylan, the Venom, I actually have the original, and
you do.
I do have the original.
I think I would buy this one. That's the only retro I'd wanted.
I gave it to my son because he had found it at Heroes and Fantasies where I used to work, right? And it was kind of not painted up, but some markers over the eyes and stuff. So we picked it up for $1. And this one is really, really cool. I also really like the Falcon with Red Wing on it. Not sure if I'll get Falcon, but the only other ones I think I'm really looking for out of this line is the Spider-Man and the Iron Man, which the Iron Man you can find a lot of. And then they also kind of came out with a checklist of the 3 3/4 line. These are all of the figures from 2021, and they did say that this is something they're kind of planning on doing in 2022 as well, so that you kind of check off your 3 3/4 line Marvel Legends.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Lineup.
Yeah, that makes me want more of them. I
They-
don't like this picture because it makes me want to get into it.
You know how Mario has his line? He had his lineup. Like you can do
Yep.
that with this.
Yeah, you can do that with that, exactly.
That'd be sick.
And
That
it's
actually
really only
looked really
been
good.
this line's less than a year old, and it's got all that. And Star Wars is just repaint.
Yeah, there's a couple doubled figures than I thought, just kind of repaints with Black Panther,
Hulk, yeah.
Iron Man, Hulk. but there's still a lot of like different colors and designs and things like that in here to
it's
stand out.
And they have to work on some of their figures are detailed pretty good. Like
Right.
the storm looks really good, but then the Wolverine, they're just like, oh, we're gonna make him short and fat. You know what I mean? And no detail, you know.
Right.
So that's. But moving on. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all right. So G.I. Joe, this is something I got pretty excited for. I know I said I was out of G.I. Joe. Sons of bitches. So I ordered this one. This one was the G.I. Joe classified Master of Disguise Zartan. So it's kind of like the deluxe version of them. $36.99, and this is sold out on Pulse, due in February. And I think I thought there was some people that was saying it was shipping now, but I could be wrong. He comes with like six or seven heads. Comes absolutely loaded, so it's like kind of a deluxe version of him. I liked it for the flexibility he'll be able to provide. Like, you can really do anything with them if you put any of those ninja heads on there or anything like that. I think there's a lot of fun there. And you know, he's got like the cool packaging with kind of the rotator to a different head here.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really excited
The cool thing
about that
about him too is that, you know, they said you could throw him in like the refrigerator and he's gonna change the colors.
Yeah, so he's supposed to change color to blue with temperature, right? That's what it is.
Right.
It's not sunlight like the old toys were.
Yeah, the original one was sunlight.
Yeah.
Right. This
So-
one you're supposed to be able to throw him into like the refrigerator or something. He turns blue.
Yeah, this is a solid looking figure.
Right. So I'm excited about that one. And then the other one is Stuart Outback Selkirk. This one was just their regular $22.99. It's sold out on Pulse. I think you can get them elsewhere from what I remember. I thought I saw them on Big Bad Toy Store. Places like that, you can still get them. As far as I know. No. This one was Pulse and Target exclusive. I was able to get it on Target, actually. This went up and was actually the only one up out of all the Target and Pulse exclusives for a while. So this one I ordered. I like that. Just the design of the character. I know nothing about these, mind you. I'm a fake G.I. Joe fan. I just like how you can use them with other lines, really.
Yeah, I remember
Like, for
he's
me-
I think he's Aussie. He's Australian.
Is he?
Yeah.
But yeah, so he comes with a backpack, 2 guns, like a flashlight, a shovel, a knife. He comes pretty loaded. That's why I was a big fan of him. And then
Python
they also showed the Cobra Viper Python Patrol. So it's like the yellow and gray version of kind of a Python. It's a different helmet, I guess. But this one was also an exclusive. I never got this one. I wanted to look for one really bad and never got them. But I'll keep an eye out. I am confident I'll be able to eventually find one or when they pop up randomly. And then the other one was the BAT. Also $22.99. 22. It's going to come out next year at some point. I don't think we have an exact date from what I was able to find. Target actually might say. But so yeah, this one I didn't get either, but this one I did. So this one is the Spirit Iron Knife figure. He comes with like his eagle. He's kind of a native character, sniper, rifle. Seems like a recon character, but I really like this guy. I ordered him, and then I ordered this one as well. The Storm Shadow. Finally, a regular version of Storm Shadow. I wasn't the biggest fan of the other one. I sold the Amazon exclusive one. But this one is, I think, due in July. I think the other ones are also supposed to be due. Yeah. Oh, it does just say on their website, available to ship in 2022 for that Cobra Viper. So,
Is that like a hood swap out?
Yes, it is. And people were making fun of some of the pictures because in some of the proto pics, someone had like the hood down with the hood on at the same time, so people were making fun. They messed up a lot of proto pics on this event, it seemed like. But so So again, just a flexible figure overall. That's why I got him. And this one was different. I got really excited about this one. I thought I missed him because I thought it was an exclusive, but he's not. This is Crocmaster and Fiona. It comes with like a guy with kind of a gator skin vest, and then a crocodile. And this is $42. Sold out on Pulse, but you can find them elsewhere. And this is due in April, so it's kind of a 2-pack. That's kind of the reason for the price difference, obviously. I think the mouth opens and closes. I couldn't find anything that confirmed that, but I'm pretty sure it does.
Dude, they've come a long way since the originals.
Those were always the coolest GI Joes, the ones that came with like animals, like the Native American character that came with the eagle, and then this guy that came with the gator. They were like those were my favorite ones.
Was there a bunch? Was there different animals that they did?
There was
I know
a whole lot.
Was there?
There's like a canine unique guy with a dog.
I think there was even a dolphin. I'm trying to remember. But a lot of the characters I never ended up having because I got most of my stuff at yard sales, so it was hard for me to even remember who came with what. But that was one of my favorite ones, the Native American with the eagle. Because I'm like you, I watched the cartoon a little bit, but I mainly collected for the toys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Badfish asks, who is Zartan in G.I. Joe's universe? Is he a popular character? He seems to be. Apparently, so he's a bad guy, right? He's like on the...
Yeah.
Well, he's a mercenary.
Oh, okay.
So technically he'll go to the highest bidder, but it's usually Cobra.
Right. And he's like a master of disguise kind of character. That's why he comes with all the different heads. He infiltrates that way. But yeah, he had a good point. They probably went away with sunlight for the changing of skin because that damages figures. So they probably didn't want to kind of, I guess, promote that. Okay, so Baroness.
Baroness.
I was trying to get Eddie's attention. He's like locked in, so I was seeing if Eddie was paying attention. She comes with her coil motorcycle. This one's also $41.99, sold out on Pulse, but I think it was available on Target when I looked yesterday. So check out Target. That still may be available there.
Doesn't that bike look like a play school to you guys compared to the figure? You know what I mean?
Kinda, yeah.
Doesn't the bike look really? The sculpt looks lacking.
Doesn't look that great. It looks like it's just a bunch of solid characters that they didn't try to do much with.
Yeah, because I mean the Baroness looks good. It's just the bike. It looks like it's two separate.
Like compare that to the Mcfarlane Patterson Batman on bike.
Yeah,
that thing was detailed like in the engine and the pipes.
Right.
Oh,
the exhaust was like kind of burnt off on that one. Yeah, and where's
this one just looks like it's just stock plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one we've been teased before. This was the Gabriel Barbecue Kelly, also $23.99. This was also Pulse and Target exclusive. Sold out from what I was able to tell. Due in December. So this is the kind of the flamethrower guy. And then this one went up yesterday. This one you should find amongst other resellers. He is sold out on Pulse, but you can find him elsewhere. He's not an exclusive or anything like that I know of. But this is the Cobra Officer, $23.99, also July 1st. And this almost looks kind of a redo of the Cobra Trooper, so that's kind of nice. I know a lot of people mention that they'll probably kind of do a redo of that one in a sense to get it in a lot of people's hands and make you feel good about it because he comes loaded, right? He comes with 3 guns, a couple mags, a helmet, a sheath, knife, all of that.
Yeah, I was disappointed when they first came out with these Joes because to me they didn't scream G.I. Joe. This figure totally screams G.I. Joe, man. It comes with so many actual cool looking weapons. They're not like the other ones look like Nerf guns when they first started doing the line. This one you can make a Cobra officer and then you put the helmet on, it looks like a different character. And that's kind of that's how I remember G.I. Joe. So and that whole wave was ones that I think I actually had every one of those.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Like The stuff you're showing just now
Yeah, all this
makes me want to get into this.
Yeah, and I actually hated this lineup until like literally you were just showing me this wave.
Like
You know what I
I
mean?
said, they're flexible. That's what got me into it. They make like cheap, good, cool looking bad guys for like Mezco figures or Mafex or Batman minion, anything like that. That's what I like them for, and they seem to kind of be a little extra for that, but at the same time cool for that too. It does, they're not just like blank slates, I guess.
Right.
So, okay, so this one was the HasLab. This one is going on currently as well, right? That already kind of throws my theory of the whole them not doing reissues on HasLabs, because this one is currently going on. It is the Combat Jet Sky Striker for G.I. Joe. This is 3 3/4 inch scale, right? This is not their classified scale. And it began on October 23rd. Also will end December 7th, and shipping around spring of 2023. And
I bet you this one gets back before the Rancor.
You think?
I'd put $5.
It's already
on
halfway
it.
there.
It's
really?
yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because I have most of the ones they kind of been reissuing in their like retro line, but I'm thinking about getting this.
It is
because I had the Sky Striker growing up.
A lot of
cool
people did.
shit.
It was really
That's what I
important.
said. So this has got big time nostalgia.
Right.
All the missiles look the same, like the same pattern as the old ones.
Oh,
too.
do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty much like that white version of the F-14 Tomcat with a ton of different missiles. Comes with 2 pilots, and then like a kind of a display stand. So for tiers on this one, we're looking at the Scarlet O-ring action figure, Ripcord O-ring, and Pit Crew O-ring action figures.
So the joints are going to be the same O-ring joints from when we were younger.
Classics. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jesus, this thing is low. So currently, you're right. It's also, mind you, $120 cheaper than the Rancor. So that's kind of interesting. It is quite a bit. Yeah, it is quite a bit smaller, but it's what?
When I first saw it, I literally thought it was a reissue of the original toy, because when you think about graphics, when you go put a game in from like 1999 and you like, oh, I remember the graphics being a lot better. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's a reissue. Then I looked closely, and then I looked at my old one, and I'm like, oh my god, this is way better. Because you have to with that nostalgia glasses.
So you guys aren't wrong, by the way. This one's at 4,504 backers, whereas the Rancor's at 3,864.
That's crazy because I just updated that, so that's crazy that it's already gone up that much.
The target is $100 or 1,000 more backers for this one needed than the Rancor. So there is more needed for this one, but at the same time, kind of what you guys said, they don't seem too worried that it's gonna fund or not. There's a ton of what?
This seems too small to be a HasLab to me.
A little bit, yeah.
If it was
Yeah,
6
big
inch,
time.
it should have. If it was 6 inch, I could see it being a HasLab. But this is literally like the size of the dude's hand.
They did say though that they wanted this to be like an army builder, even at 230. So.
Wow.
Yeah, well, what happens is
army
anyway
builder.
with these GI
Yeah.
Joes is people even buy the retro line, even though they're like re-releases, and then they sell them for $60-$70, and that's why the freaking line.
Right.
I would figure the
Struggling.
aircraft carrier would be perfect for a HasLab.
Oh, the
the flag.
giant table, the USS flag. I thought about
Yeah.
that too, but I think it's almost be too big to ship. I bet you it costs probably a couple $100 to ship it because
Would it be that much bigger than the skiff?
Yeah, the USS
Yeah.
flag was the largest
Sail barge,
toy.
you
Like
mean?
it was the original one was like 8. What was it?
The
8
flag
foot
could
long?
hold 2 of those planes and a little
Oh,
bit
no, it was
more
like 6
room.
foot. It was
2
like
of
6 foot long.
these?
Yeah. You could
You
put
have
2 of
to
those
do
on
that.
the flight pad.
The flag was literally
Sail
like a
barge is
giant.
like
It was like a
5
giant
feet,
fold-out
so.
table. I had the whatchamacallit barge at one point. It was just over 4 feet.
Oh, okay.
the USS Flag was like it was a little bit over 6 feet. And it
That was that
wide,
original
too.
one that kind of like you pieced together, right?
Yeah, it was like a giant
Yeah.
flat and had the thing. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like if you want to buy it like mostly complete, it's like $1,600. So,
I didn't used to agree with Dean on the HasLab thing, and I'm starting to agree with him the more come out.
Well, the thing is that the thing I don't agree with, like it should be like okay, $50 deposit, and then when it's about to ship, then pay it off.
Yeah.
Because they got enough money to then pay for their production. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that way they know they're not losing money. But to get your money now and then wait 18 months or whatever it is, that's if it doesn't get delayed. You know what I mean? Because
do you think they should stop at the backer point then in that case?
no, I mean I like the idea of unlocking stuff at a certain amount, but it shouldn't be like okay, well now you have to pay the full let's say whatever $300 or $400, and then literally you're waiting a year and a half and it could be delayed. I mean, what are you going to do? They have your money. So
Yeah.
they're a big enough company. Whatever the production, whatever it costs to get the molds made and get the thing in production, that's what they should take because they're a big enough company. They do it. They do it with everything they do. They make everything before they sell it. So
the idea of a HasLab, I don't agree with Dean's argument with like the idea of it. I think it's there for a good reason. You can't stock that giant Rancor in a store anymore when they're trying to fit in a ton of other areas. That just isn't realistic. No matter what people think they know how it works with pictures.
This
right, so
goes against that argument.
In a sense, but at the same time, like they said, yeah, this probably shouldn't have been a HasLab in general. But where I will agree with Dean on, and a lot of people who hate on HasLab overall, is like exactly what Mark was saying. The thing of them holding your money for that amount of time, to me, is somewhat tragic. I think it's, I don't know. There's not many other areas, right, where you have all of your money in one area for a year plus at a time. What other things do you make a purchase throughout your life where you buy something, let's say over $100, and you don't see it for a year plus? It's very rare.
And normal.
I bought a couch.
Yeah, and normal Kickstarters, it's like you're giving money to like an artist to like help them out to get something going, and they like throw you a bone. You know what I mean? It's like the PBS. You give $100 and they give you a coffee mug. It's not. You know what I mean? It's never. It's not just okay. I'm paying you to do this in a certain amount of time. There's something to it. I mean, for it being a billion-dollar company, you know what I mean?
I used to understand the whole thing, and I think the biggest thing was the fact that this stuff can't be stocked on store shelves, and I understood that. But if it keeps going this way, I'm like, okay, well then you're going away.
Yeah, it's getting it's getting a little too close to the market.
Well, yeah, for this one, I wouldn't say that argument is valid for the Rancor, because the Rancor is like, it's bigger than the Razor Crest.
Yeah, you're not.
Like,
Eddie, in this case, do you think they're trying to be too different then? Like with what they're coming, like with this being more of a 3 3/4 thing. Then
I mean, they can't
not,
do this 112. This thing would be absolutely.
I think Eddie's saying if it's a $200 price point,
I think it makes
then you
more
can't
sense
use
for it to be a 6-inch.
Sense.
I think it makes more sense to be 6-inch scale.
And this could fit in the same size box that you fit those Legos $100 Lego set in. So then you also can't use the argument of space.
Well, I mean, the box might be big with some of these extras, but I'm agreeing with you guys because, like, don't give us that then. Just do, like, the fucking plane and 2 pilots and the box and ship that off. They've done things like that before.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather be that way too. But, I mean, I know the value will be there in the end because there is a lot going on with it. And the thing is, too, with the company, whenever a company, they say, oh, let's do this, and then whoever the money person is that makes a decision probably thinking, oh, it's not worth the gamble. By doing this, you guarantee the gamble. So then something that, somebody might have just computer rendered and it just went, in one bin and another bin, and then just lost to the cloud. this guarantees that it gets made. So in a sense, I appreciate it for that sense. And like with this, like the O-ring thing, I know this might not mean nothing to you, Eddie, but like for a lot of people that are Joe collectors are like hardcore, like, you know, they're just like vintage Star Wars collectors. Yeah. It's a big deal to
I'm
have
not
that
saying it
O-ring.
shouldn't be made, though. I'm just saying it
No,
shouldn't be
I know,
Right,
I know.
right.
So, but I think that's kind of like, that's why this one is a HasLab for that price. But I mean, like, if they do some kind of Star Wars 3 3/4 ship and it's $200 and it goes to HasLab, that's complete bullshit, because you can't argue. You know, GI Joe is a lot more niche than something like, you know, a Star Wars or Marvel Legends or any, you know what I mean, Marvel or any of those other properties. So I think this is just because this is it's more of a niche group, and GI Joe collectors are the biggest douchebags in the
I was
community.
like, what?
Yeah, you were getting ready to mute me. I don't have a better word for it, man. They're terrible people.
I was like, how creative is Mark gonna get here? And then he just says douchebag, and I'm like, okay, that's...
a lot of only children collected GI Joes, so they just have this. They're just
only children. Jesus Christ! All right, so
sorry, I'll stop.
Moving on. God damn it, Mark. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty close. We don't have much. Sean, we missed some of the Power Rangers. We'll catch that on the next show. There's a lot to cover on this one.
Yeah, there you go.
But so the Fourth Horseman, just update there, that ended obviously on the 24th for their Cosmic Legions wave. The last few unlocks that they showed for the pre-orders were 3 head sculpts for the TU-5CC, Science Officer, Sentry, and Engineer, and this is what they looked like. So,
Dylan, did you back this?
Yes, I did not do the all-in. I picked and
do
choose a couple, but I know for a fact I got the Engineer, and then I got one of the blue female characters. And then one other one. I'll show you guys what I got, but yeah.
This one went right past me, man. I missed this one hardcore.
It was. I was really hoping they just extended to the end of the month. If it was the end of the month, I would have just gone through, I think, and done the all in, but I didn't. I just kind of had to pick and choose. And I might like slap away at it while we're waiting for it to come out here, but we'll see. I'm pretty excited about it overall. So, Eddie, you want to knock out the Patreon read?
Sure. We'd like to thank our Patreons Sean Fear, Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Leo Hernandez, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Coley, Joao Bretta, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Fern, King Zachary V, Caesar Meyer Quinn, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick DiGregorio. I think that one slips us up every time. Alvin Jules, The Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, The Illustrious Rainer. That's a great one. Bola Boy, Jimmy James, Mario Cortez, Stephen Percha, Sean Yeltsin, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Jesse Contreras, Eddie Manzanares, Joe Corpus, Louis Bennett, Kevin Vegar, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, and Brenton Palmer. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys. And for October Patreon benefits, we got the OFAC sticker here. And then coming soon, we are doing a Thanksgiving sticker for... This is actually November Patreon benefits, I believe, not October. So,
yep.
I gotta message Zach to edit that. Okay, so Patreon, if you want to be a Sweet Angel, you get a sticker sent straight to your door in Ox After Dark. And that's $5 a month. Certified Crispy, $15 a month. You get all of that, including an official Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge and assistance with figure fixes by Zach. And then you get all of that with the What a Guy tier from the previous 2 tiers for $25 a month, plus an 18x24 silhouette poster on first pledge, and then doubles of the stickers. So there you have that. And then Eddie, this is still going on, right?
Yeah, this is supposed to end at the end of October, and then the giveaway for In and Out's giveaway, the giveaway for the Iron Studios Hulk from Avengers: Age of Ultron. It's supposed to go through October, and then we're supposed to announce the winner the first episode of November. There was talk about extending it a little bit into November because Mario has some things going on, and we may not have an In and Outs for a minute. That's not set in stone, so the original was throughout October the giveaway ran, and then we were gonna announce the winner in the beginning of November, so stay tuned for that. But you guys are still, entries are going on and everything, so get as many as you can while you can.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I just posted the link for that giveaway there. And then, so obviously Small Talk will upload next Thursday. Collecting Weekly Live goes live on Tuesdays. And then OFAC, Only Fools and Collecting, Ian and Pete, they will alternate Thursdays with us. Live and Let Dice, I believe they're streaming on Saturday for the Dungeons and Dragons stream. Right? Saturday?
Yep.
Ins and Outs, you guys are on a temporary or a hiatus, right?
We were supposed to have a show tomorrow. We are not going to have a show. It's still up in the air whether or not something will happen tomorrow that me and Mario wouldn't be on. We were talking with Mario about doing possibly a show next week on normally our off week just to make up for the show that we missed. That's still up in the air too. If not, then the show will be the 12th as scheduled.
The fucking chat just... I Am Legend said, I'm the only child, what did I do? Badfish said, LOL, Mark. And then he said, interesting giant blue nipple on the pink guy. Tess just said, I'm an only child, and what Skippy said about G.I. Joe collectors is correct. God damn it. Everyone's all... I kind of got the chat going there, Mark. You got a way to stir the pot.
Nothing against only children.
Tell us about the Ringcast, Mark. What do you got going on next?
Our next episode is going to be on the 13th of November, and the sweet Danny Lee is going to be joining also, obviously, because he's a co-host. But we're going to be breaking down the Fellowship of the Ring between the regular extended cuts, and we're going to touch a little bit on the animated movie from the 1978. You know what I mean? Just kind of like going through how they did the Fellowship and the Moria stuff and the designs of the characters, So it's gonna be a cool conversation.
There's also some pretty cool statues that were teased today, Mark.
Oh, I know. We won't be talking about news. Yeah, I'm a pot stirrer. I'm sorry.
And then Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing, they do the retros with John on Mondays, and then After Dark is 10:30 Central on Wednesdays, and then Ox Plays is kind of random when Zach feels like crashing planes. And then follow Collecting Weekly Clips, Collecting Weekly _clips on Instagram. That's where we have a lot of our funny moments. We'll have a few from this episode, I'm sure, but yeah, and that's it kind of for the plugs. Do you guys have any shout outs you wanna give?
Shout out to the chat. They were really good this week.
Shout out to Danny and Mark for joining us. Appreciate it.
Right.
And
Anytime, man.
For not canceling me. Not this week. Not this
No,
week.
it was good to have you guys on for a lot
Thanks
of
for
the
including me.
a lot of the Legends and G.I. Joe stuff. That was good. So thanks guys for hopping on, and thanks to the Patreons, of course, and like Sean said, to the chat. You guys were distracting today, which is a good thing. If you're distracting to me, you guys were pretty fired today. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important. Have a great night, everyone.